you feel good on the vibe all night. Welcome to the show. It's T with P. DJ spinning tracks. Got that reggae spree. Tune in the dots. Let the vibes be free. Late night session. Sip that turbo key. Come in on the late show. Sing it on teen and hope you're feeling right. Cause we got the vibe so grand. Get cozy on the wine. With news that you be man. T with pizza spot. The best in podcast land. Welcome to the show. It's T with P. DJ spinning tracks. Got that reggae spree. Tune in the dots. Let the vibes be free. Late night session. Sip that turbo key. Come in on the late show. Sing it on teen and hope you're feeling right. Cause we got the vibe so grand. Get cozy on the wine. With news that you be man. T with pizza spot. The best in podcast land. Welcome back, listen us to a cozy nook. Where the beats go like pages in a favorite book. Settling, feel the rhythm in every hook. Tonight's the night, let's dance and cook. You have a great time, make yourself at home. In this rhythmic zone, where the melodies from. See with peace and legs out, where the music keeps you warm. Join the jam, find your peace in the storm. Welcome to the groove, it's tea with me tonight. Feel the reggae flow, let it make the world right. Come and find your comfort, you need to start us right. With every track we spin, you take you to new heights. It's our place to chill, with rhythm that enchants. Join us the moment, let's give you all the chance. Come up the sweet serenades, let the music down. Open up in my prayer time, I swear on in that chair. Welcome to the show. It's T with P. DJ spinning tracks. Got that reggae spree. Tune in the dots. Let the vibes be free. Late night session. Sip that turbo key. Come in on the late show. Sing it on teen and hope you're feeling right. Cause we got the vibe so grand. Get cozy on the wine. With news that you be man. T with pizza spot. The best in podcast land. Welcome to the show. It's T with P. DJ spinning tracks. Got that reggae spree. Tune in the dots. Let the vibes be free. Late night session. Sip that turbo key. Come in on the late show. Sing it on teen and hope you're feeling right. Cause we got the vibe so grand. Get cozy on the wine. With news that you be man. Tea with pizza spot. The best in podcast land. Hey, good night, folks. It's time to unwind. Think favorite tracks. Leave the stress behind. Welcome to the show. This song was just for you. Be with these your proof where dreams is giving you. Come in on the late show. Sing along teen and hope you're feeling right. Cause we got the vibe so grand. Get cozy on the wine. With news that you demand. Tea with pizza spot. Meet us with podcast land.
Diamonds so pale, and I'm gonna take you traveling the world. I'm gonna love you, baby. Cross my heart and hope to die.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, hope you guys are well. Hope you guys are warm, kicking it fly tonight, baby, because it's Thursday, and that means it's time for a little tea with P, baby, because woo, boy, we've got some juicy nudes tonight, man. If you guys are new here, this is your one-stop shop for all things nudes, culture, science, health, you name it. Nothing's off the table here, baby, and it's Thursday, and I am excited to be here with you. Look at everybody in the chat pulling up. Mrs. P, how you doing?
I'm good.
Good. Welcome back. We had a show last week, but I feel like we're just like flying into the new year for the first time ever. It's good to see everybody.
I feel like it's almost the end of January.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know where it went.
It is the end of January, damn near, isn't it? What
It's
is
middle.
it, 14th?
It's the middle.
We're halfway through the month. I don't know what time it is. I don't know what day it is. Well, I know what time it is.
We know what time of day.
It's time for tea, baby. It's time for tea. Gosh, darn it. Good to see everybody. Thank you guys for pulling up. We got a heck of a show for you in store today. There's a ton going on in the nudes. In fact, as a matter, we're going to be talking about your calls, ladies and gentlemen. We're taking your calls. I kind of blanked there for a half second, but I'm looking the wrong way. I had no idea you'd switch to me.
I told you I was going to mess with you today.
We're taking your calls tonight, ladies and gentlemen. If you would like to participate in a little tea with P, if you want to talk about gardening, you want to talk about life, you want to talk about genetics, you want to talk about anything that you have just itching at your every desire, you can do that. You can come hang out with me in the Discord. Miss P's got a link for you. Make sure you check it out. If you would like to hang out at 10 p.m. in 1 hour from right now, we're going to dive into some conversations, or I'll just smoke by myself. It's no big deal. If you want to come hang out, if there's comments to stories that you've had in the past, let me know, man. I want to hear from you because it is tough to read all the comments, and all the comments come in at such an incredible speed. So I appreciate you guys, and I don't want to miss anything. So if you guys would like to have a conversation with me and hang out, that's the link right there. Come hang out in the Discord, in the voice channels. Voice channels are on the left side. You just hang out in the live call waiting channel. You can either mute yourself, deafen yourself so you don't hear other people, or just sit and chill and have a chat. It's up to you. We got a lot of great stories for you today too, man. As a matter of fact, I kind of blanked there because we've got arrests to discuss. We have internal struggles to discuss. Hemp versus cannabis. Can you believe that that's even a thing? It exists. It's a real thing. We're going to talk about that. Does weed make you gay? That's something we're going to talk about that as well. That's something we're going to talk about as well. We have some very conclusive evidence, one way or the other. Okay, I know this is probably a question you've had for a very long time, but we're going to dive into that because nothing is off the table. There's lawsuits, and boy, we got a picture of the Amish, Mrs. P. Just throwing that out there. It's like the 9th one down the line.
Yeah, just jump around.
Look at this. Look at this. We got a picture of the Amish at a farmer's market in Pennsylvania selling some good quality lettuce. Some CBD lettuce, some Delta 8 THC lettuce, pre-rolls, local hemp, all on display in Pennsylvania. Man, isn't that something? Did you ever think you'd live to see a day where you would see the Amish selling lettuce at a local market? I think that's absolutely wonderful, and shout out to the Amish, man. Too cool. We've also got some baking lessons, guys. We also got some baking lessons. Have you ever been interested on the exact process it takes to create the perfect donut? Well, guess what? I've got footage right here of the perfect donut recipe. Check this out. So we'll probably quiet her, D. If you're interested in making a donut, ladies and gentlemen, what I would suggest is that you prep the oven at 400 degrees freedom units. The inside of the oven should be sterilized to its fullest. And once you place the donuts inside, you're pretty much just going to watch the bakery process happen. And it's absolutely beautiful, if I may say so myself. So this is how they make the glaze for the donuts. And man, I must say, they've got themselves steaming some pretty, it seems actually 409 freedom units. Absolutely stunning. But how to make a donut. Check it out. Shout out to Murphy Lee. That was Marvin Lee over on X, over on Twitter. Make sure you check that. Make sure you check him out. He's like one of my 2 favorite creators over there, man, creating some really awesome macro content. So make sure you go and check that out. That was really cool. Shout out to Marvin Lee. But look who's in the chat today. Look who decided to pull up. Ladies and gentlemen, look who we have here. For the record, I was supposed to rename the episode of the show, and I didn't. So I have a totally different episode title in my head that we didn't put on it's fine. It's not a big deal. I told Miss P I'll do it, and I never did it. Are they gay Amish because of the weed? Stay tuned, Organics, and you'll find out. bringing you the nudes that matters most here on Tea with P every Thursday night, 9 p.m. Central. On a roll. Good to see you, brother. Great to see you, man. Brady Egg is here as well. John the Grower, what's up, my friend? Good to see you, dude. John Lindsay's here, my friend. Good to see you, dude. Wonderful. Good to see you. Idiom, how you doing, friend? How you doing, friend? Big Green is here too, man. Broker Green. Good to see you, brother. Big Green is in the house. Big Green, good to see you from over on Twitch, man. Shout out to the Twitch crew. I appreciate you guys pulling on up. East Coast, you know who you are, brother. I see you over there. Skittles, I know Skittles is going to be here somewhere too. Skittles, good to see you too, man. Silver's there. Silver, good to see you. Silver, wonderful. There's East Coast. Good to see you, brother. Who else we got? Haldor, good to see you. Chaotic. Hope you're well and warm. Haven't seen you in a long time, brother. Hope the family is well. Hope you're doing good. Motivated by Terps, brother. Good to see you dressed in green tonight, brother. Shout out to everybody dressed in green. Shout out to everybody dressed in blue, keeping the chat nice and safe for us. Fucking awesome. Dual screens with T with P on one and Oilers on the other. Oh, boy. Speaking of the hockey game, go Oilers go. I'll say that for you, Idiom. You wouldn't believe what's happening tonight for the Boston Bruins. I know this only matters to 3 of us in the entire chat. However, Zdeno Chara, number 33, the jersey hoisted to the rafters. And there was a little ceremony pre-game. I'll be honest with you, I was getting ready for tea, and I didn't actually check it out, but I will be 100% checking out the footage of the jersey raising. So, yeah, dude, go Bruins, go. Last I checked, we were up 1-0, but that was a minute ago, so I'm not entirely sure where we're at.
You are up 3-0. Or, sorry, 3-2.
3-2. It changed real fast.
With 11 minutes and 40 seconds left in the third period.
Okay.
I want to know what the heck is going on with my Golden Knights because they're down 3-1 to Toronto.
Who's Toronto?
Right?
Shout out to all my Toronto fans.
Like,
you know what it is.
What?
It's called, though.
What?
Yeah, you know what?
They're making it hard.
With Marner. You know, Marner's home now, and you're like, oh, we're going to show you a hard time.
They make it hard to cheer for them.
Bruins, real quick, because nobody cares about this. This is just you and me, Mrs. P. Real quick, the Bruins took a 10-goal game over the New York Rangers. First 10-2. First 10-goal game since 1988.
That's insane.
To see that kind of scoring in today's hockey game is kind of crazy. But any goose.
I think it's crazy when we see those kinds of scores in our kids' league. To see it in the NHL is insane.
Yeah, it is insane. Yeah, we see it in our league all the time, eh? Yeah, we do.
It's not as common anymore.
No, not so much anymore. Yeah. Mini Cannabis, man, what's up? How's the boy doing with hockey? We think he's awesome. Oh, I love that, man. He's doing wonderful. He had actually game of his life. The last game was fantastic. Stood on his head. We lost, but what was it? 47 shots, 2 goals.
Yeah.
Yeah, 47 shots led in 2 goals.
That's not bad. The website says 47 shots, but the video footage says 53. So somewhere in there.
So it was 53. We'll take the bigger number. It's just like fishing. It's just like fishing, okay? Smitty, welcome to the flock, dude. Smitty, thank you, brother. Thanks for becoming a member to the channel, man. Members getting access to content before anyone else. And so if you ever see a video and there's comments on it from a few days ago, but the video just uploaded, that's why. So thank you for the love and support. I appreciate that. All the dimes and nickels that come from the support go right back into helping the channel grow. Somebody mentioned something about Fast Buds. I just saw that.
Fast Bud loves John.
Oh, John, Slippy P. What's Slippy, my friend? In the house. 420 Fast Buds royalty right there, brother. Hey, who's in the house? Shout out to 420 Fast. Oh, Slippy P. There we go. There's Slippy P. I see you up there, friend. There we go. Good to see you, friend. Good to see you. Chaotic Idiom. I'm doing a little better. Still putting my boots on every day. Can't grow anymore at the moment, though. Chaotic. That sucks, dude. Swing by on Twitch one of these days, brother. Would love to sit and chill. What's causing all this? We're gonna jump into it, Drew. But before I do, for documentary reasons and purposes, I'm gonna have an unglamorized, very mundane sip from my vase. I am sipping on some very fine frosted socks, Fino number Juan. And she's a doozy. She's a doozy.
Oh, now you tell me after I roll myself one.
Oh, Mrs. P's smoking it. She's sipping a doozy. I would tell you that it tastes wonderful and smells fantastic, but that would be almost glamorizing it. And heaven forbid we glamorize cannabis here. So what I'm going to say is the colors are very abundant, and the cannabinoids are very overwhelming.
Is this
almost
the one,
pungent in nature?
Is this the one you guys picked or no?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep. This is the one. Cheers. Oh yeah, widescreen of Mrs. B. So that's how we avoid it. That's how we avoid it. I'm here, Charles. Good to see you, my friend. Water pipe. It's a vase. It's a vase. It's a vase. Flowers are naturally glamorous. Yes, but that's almost glamorizing. Yes, the glamorous cannabis is almost glamorizing. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we are doing a live call-in segment. And if anybody is interested, I encourage you to join the Discord, because on the left-hand side, there are voice channels, and we are going to join those voice channels. And you'll be able to ask me anything you want. Anything you want. And I'll just give you a little bit of a warning. Mrs. P's got her finger on the trigger, baby. So if you act a fool, we'll have to give you the boot, and we'll just move on to somebody else if anybody shows up. But if you want to ask a question about gardening, if there's just something that's itching at you that you just really want to discuss, that you feel that either A, it's something I've done, I've said, an opinion to a story or a topic we've covered in the past, feel free to drop in, man. Feel free to drop in. I'd love to give you 5 to 10 minutes of time to dive into that. So join the Discord and ask away. However, ladies and gentlemen, we got a lot to cover in the nudes today. Canna News. All things culture, science, and health. Your one-stop shop for all things Canna News. So, ladies and gentlemen, you might be wondering, what's going on in the world today in cannabis? Well, a few things. The first thing is that if you would like me to consider or talk about a topic that's close to home for you, consider following me over on X. I call it X now because now it just, the one syllable is easier than three. Twitter. 2 syllables, fine. 1 X is easier than 2. And I'm a lazy son of a gun. So, any goose. Out of sheer laziness, follow me over on X, man. Have a conversation, share stories with me, because that's important to me. And that way you can leave a comment and, let me know to what's going on in your town that you feel is important. I want to share with you, first thing in the news is that I did a documentary video on the Grow Tube round table. Yes, I did. I worked very hard on this, actually, and it didn't do very well. It's kind of bombing. It'll be no fault of anyone else other than myself. I could have probably done something to make it, I could have put boobs in the thumbnail, Mrs. P, but we didn't do that, did we?
YouTube allows that?
Of course.
Of course they do.
You can't put weed in the No.
No plans.
But I encourage you to check it out. Mrs. P's going to drop you a link, skis. Check it out. I encourage you to. It's about the Grow Tube Round Table. This is a place of sacredness, and this is a place where a lot of connections and a lot of knowledge was dropped and made or dropped. And this is where Rob, Mr. ROB from CLTV, and I first met each other. And honestly, it's a stepping stone in the story that I have, and I know it's a stepping stone in the story of many others too. And I know a lot of people relied on this podcast. I use the word podcast loosely, and I only say that because this was like before podcasts were cool. And if you had a podcast in like 2015, you were a loser, dude. You know, like you were like you. I'm not saying you were a loser. I'm just mean like you were a loser, dude. No one was doing podcasts, but little did we know that they would take off to be what they are today. You know, it was like rollerblading in the 90s, dude, before it was gay. But
oh my God, you guys look like babies.
oh, I know. Look at that. Isn't that wonderful? It's something. So needless to say, I want you to check out the video. If you haven't already, go check it out. I encourage you to. It's a nice little blast from the past. But I want to talk about the nudes instead of self-promo all the time. Don't forget to go to stashnutrients.com and check out Stash Nutrients, ladies and gentlemen.
Available now.
Available now. Anyways, and sales were fantastic last month. Thank you guys so much for the love and the support. Pre-orders were off the chain, yo. Thank you guys, man. And bags are in hand now. Same with the genetics. So you guys are friggin' awesome. Thank you guys so much. So we've got some arrests to talk about, ladies and gentlemen. A friend of mine was arrested. Well, detained, if I may. And I want to report about it because to me, this is news. Okay? To me, this is news. Are you guys familiar with Mr. Adam Ill, the highest host? Well, he made a post yesterday, I believe it was, perhaps even the day before, the 14th, yesterday, and it said, "Police are whack," putting me in cuffs for over 2 hours over something that I had nothing to do with. F the police. And just go ahead and show up some of these photos, Mrs. B. As you can see, my boy Adam has some pretty twisted up wrists, man. Pretty jacked up wrists from some cuffs. Like that, dude.
That looks painful.
I imagine they were behind his back based on the V pattern. Or maybe they weren't. You can still have a V pattern from the front, but I just feel like in the front they're not so strained. And he probably sat on them for a while. Like that sucks, dude. And so I had to do a little bit of digging. I unfortunately didn't tune into his Twitch stream last night, highest host on Twitch, and he went over it and he doesn't share his VODs. So I had to piece the story together myself. And it turns out on the Exotics Dispensary Instagram, they made this post. It says, due to unseen circumstances, Exotics is not open at the moment. We just experienced an obstacle by the, quote, corrupt LAPD, claiming that we are an illegal shop. We are a licensed shop and pay all city and state taxes. Instead of going after the illegal operators, they attacked us. They took all of our inventory. Vendors, brands, please reach out to get back in the shop ASAP. We appreciate the support you guys have for Exotics. So it sounds like Exotics Dispensary was raided, and in turn, the employees were detained. And according to Adam, for over 2 hours. And I just think that's, I would like to, I've heard of Exotics. I've heard of, I'm assuming, I haven't confirmed that they pay their city and state taxes, but they're a legit industry, or a legit business. And there are a ton of illegitimate businesses. And I say illegitimate loosely only because we're talking about enforcement on a legitimate business, when if you're trying to enforce law and order, and why not start with illicit businesses? I don't think either of them should be arrested and or detained. But anyways, that's just my opinion. But this story goes just a little bit farther. And this is what I wanted to talk about, was the hatred within our own community. And this is kind of going to be the theme of this episode. So if you see this episode recorded back, the title's going to change. It's going to be focused along the lines of the hatred within the community and like our internal struggle to maintain, I'm not going to say like harmony, but like some level of peace. Like, we're obviously not going to agree on a lot of things, but what I see here in another post is Be Easy of Be Easy brands posts underneath that same post saying they had Adam in cuffs. Someone says, no way. And then a little farther down, he says, they can keep him. Honestly. And, dude, if this was a crime for anything, literally anything else, you could say whatever. But to champion the arrest of somebody doing the exact same thing as you is soft. It's very soft. It's almost cowardice. If it's not cowardice in plain. It seems to me that there's a lot of unnecessary hatred within the community, even though we're all doing the exact same thing. We are trying to build awareness. We're trying to build a community off of the positive, off of just the awareness and off the plant as a whole, right? And here we are wishing our maybe our enemies, maybe our foes, whatever it is, but it's like we're on the same fucking team, dude. And we're wishing for people to be arrested and stay arrested for selling weed? Dude, that doesn't smell good to me, man. That doesn't smell good to me. We already know that this cat, Be Easy, he's already doxed people. He's already doxed people. Like, if you say, like, wait for it. If you say bad things about him, he'll put all your personal information on the internet. And he's done that to regular fucking people. And he's done this to people who are also trapping. And it's like, that shit, you snitching, cuh. That's wild. And incredibly unnecessary. It's like we have a common enemy. That's the government, dude. That's the regulation. That's the policing. And for us to be fighting over the same damn thing, to be championing another person doing the same thing as you, but getting arrested is crazy. That's crazy. If it was literally any other crime. If he got a speeding ticket, dude, I'd be like, dude, got a speeding ticket? Good. You know, I don't care. I love Adam. Don't get me wrong. I'm just like, you could literally fall back on anything else. But the fact that it's for selling legal weed, I don't know. Maybe I'm blowing this out of proportion, but what do you think? Is this blown out of proportion, or is this petty as shit? Is this soft? Or is it blown out of proportion? So, but regardless, at the end of the day, and I got your comments right here. I'm reading. At the end of the day, I hope Adam's well. I hope he's okay. I hope he did what, you know, I hope he wasn't injured in any way. You know, obviously his wrists look pretty jacked up, but, you know, I hope he's not hurt mentally, physically and mentally, you know. That's what I wish for him. So I just think that's kind of crazy, man. I just think that's kind of crazy. And incredibly unnecessary. But what do you think? You can at me at Pigeons420 on all platforms. I'll dance if you hit me up on TikTok.
You did that once or twice.
I did. Yeah, I did.
Kids' hockey tournaments get real boring.
I think the law sucks. Brady, you know what? I agree with you, man. I agree with you. I think the law sucks too. I've said it before. I don't think government should have any formal position in cannabis at all. Is the government involved in tomatoes? Yeah. It's involved in the distribution of it in the same way that it's involved in the distribution of everything else, right? Just put weed in there too. So, again, you know, when I first started P, I was under the analogy of like, you know what? Government should ensure that children don't have access to weed. That's something I said. I was like, you know what? I feel as if, you know, children should not have access to weed. It shouldn't be sold to people under the age of 18. But then I started to think about it and I was like, what the fuck does the government have anything to do with telling kids they shouldn't have access to something bad? Why don't we as parents go ahead and teach our children not to do bad things? And if kids are ill-advised enough to go and purchase cigarettes from the store, the onus shouldn't fall on the store for selling those cigarettes to the kids. The onus should fall on the fucking parents, dude. Is that not the logical solution? Or am I just in left field here again? So, but now I feel no. No, forget about that. There shouldn't be government intervention. It should be like maybe a like local municipal. It should be up to the people. Really, that's all. If the people don't want to sell cannabis in their community, then there should be no cannabis in their community. If people don't want to sell alcohol or cigarettes or whatever, then there shouldn't be. If that's what the people want, that's what the people want.
We have a couple of those in our
We have a
province.
couple communities in our province. There's no alcohol and no cannabis. And some would argue that that's not what the people want, but that's what they voted for. And it's in a local election. That's what they want. Does everybody want that? No, of course not. That's not how democracy works. But the majority of people wanted it to be clean, and that's just the way it is. So
I think from what I read, the one that you're talking about,
Steinbeck, I think?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was lumped in with the alcohol when it came legal because it's all under the same umbrella. And so they're actually asking for it to not be the same, is what I read from the article that I read. It was kind of
Well, they shouldn't be the same.
wishy-washy.
Really, right? When you think about it, they shouldn't be the same.
No, but so the government lumped it in with the alcohol and said, okay, you guys don't have this. And now the people are going, well, no, hey, wait a minute. Just because we don't want alcohol doesn't mean we don't want this.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
is what I got out of it anyway.
But it's up to the people. It's all that's really where I stand. But at the end of the day, good shout out to Mr. Rick Torrey. He's in the chat too. Shout out to Northern Scrogger. What's up, dude?
From
Good
the
to
most
see
Canadian conversation on the channel ever.
Yo, and if you guys didn't know, we had a conversation with Mr. Northern Scrogger that dropped over on Tea with P, the podcast. I have an internal struggle of myself of the names of these two shows. I do deal with this, and I don't want to get into it. This is a personal subject, okay? Don't bother me. Don't bother me. And the worst thing you can do is tell the internet about your personal struggles. However, brand new conversation with my friend and colleague, Mr. Northern Scrogger. And dude, it was a fantastic conversation, and I can't wait to do it again and again and again and again, and talk about all things Canada and life. However, that was on Tea with P, Tea Time with P. So go check that out. It was a good convo, man. It was a good convo. Mr. ROB CLTV is in the house as well. Mr. ROB, how you doing, brother? Good to see you, friend. Good to see you, friend. This man just bought himself a brand new car. Guy's driving
Robbed
a
it?
Rolls Royce Phantom. No, he's not. But he got that third row for the kiddies. Got it for the kids.
Nice.
Sorry, that sounded really weird, actually. For the
His
kids.
children.
His kids, boy, his kids. So yeah, he doesn't have any kind of personal lifestyle, private lifestyle, because I'm gonna share it to the internet for him. So, sorry, bro. It is what it is. Good to see you, homie. Let's shout out to all the good dads out there making lifestyle changes for them and their kids. I appreciate you, and so do your kids. So shout out to all the good men out there. But it's enough of the pleasantries, ladies and gentlemen. We got to get back to the hatred. What if I told you that this would be no surprise? However, keeping with the theme of the show, the hatred, the internal struggle, cannabis versus hemp. Did you guys see that Rand Paul was currently on Joe Rogan? And there was a clip that went out in regards to this right here. This is a little synopsis of it. It says, let me finish. Joe Rogan was talking to Rand Paul about the cannabis kind of ban and the stance, and Rand Paul said that the cannabis people hate the hemp people, and he kind of gets into it a little bit, and I'll let him explain in this clip.
The alcohol lobby, like what is the motivation? there was a little bit of the alcohol lobby and the cannabis lobby. The cannabis people hate the hemp people.
The cannabis people hate the hemp people.
Well, it's complicated. The cannabis industry develops state by state, and you really can't make a marijuana product in Colorado and sell it in Kentucky. It can't go across state lines. The hemp, because it was legalized nationally, they were selling it across state lines. So we have big companies now that sell the hemp gummies, and you can order them through the mail across state lines until this law came up. And McConnell always felt it was an unintended consequence, and some of the growth.
It's really quiet, so they're not. I don't think they're going to hear it very well, anyways. And it's an easy fix, but I'm not going to do it right now. So essentially, there is a hatred amongst the community, amongst the cannabis community, and the hemp community. And essentially, this hatred exists because cannabis is unable to ship across the lines, across state lines, and inadvertently or intentionally through the 2018 Farm Bill, hemp can be shipped across the lines. So when the ban was going through for vote that was snuck into the spending bill recently, not only was there a number of alcohol companies that were backing the ban, there was also a ton of cannabis companies also in favor of the ban. And we loosely talked about this in another episode where there was an infused drink. Bruges. Oh man, I did this last time too, and I can't remember what the name of it.
And I don't think we ever found it.
That's the piece I was literally looking for right before the show. There's this infused cannabis drink, and this company starts with a B, and I really wish I could get it. They were lobbying in favor of the ban. They are in favor of not allowing the expansion of further legalization because of their current hold on the industry. It's all about money, man. And so Brez.
These guys.
Okay, so cannabis drink starts with a B. Brez. Well, let's hope so. Anyways, since we put them on the screen, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Brez. It's got the little accent aigu over the.
The only one that comes up that sounds like that. So.
Yeah, that's looks familiar. Well, they actively lobbied in favor of the ban. There were a number of companies that lobbied in favor of the ban because of the current foothold that they have on the industry. And you're like, well, duh. And it's just like, well, no. This is, we need to, I'm going to put together a segment. If I don't put together a video, and I'm going to call out every single one of these brands. And I want to let the world know that I am not suicidal.
There you go.
Okay? So the cannabis drink Brez is a part of a collective industry effort lobbying against a federal ban on hemp-derived THC products, advocating instead for a regulated market. Against a federal ban. Industry lobbying against a federal ban. Yeah, this proves that they're lobbying against a federal ban.
Advocating for
Yeah.
regulation.
In your search, you put cannabis drink Brez lobbying against cannabis ban. No. They're lobbying in favor. But not according to that AI, unless we just...
Let's see if I prompt it, if
you
it'll change
prompted
it.
But the reality is that this struggle and that this...
Oh, it says it has not been lobbying in favor of a cannabis ban. Instead, the company has been engaging with major alcohol companies. So maybe it's the wrong company.
Okay. So for legal reasons, I'm going to retract that little bit that we put on there because I'm almost certain that they're maybe I'm wrong, and I was looking for that article today and I couldn't find it, so maybe it was retracted,
Maybe
based on a cease and desist, or discrimination. So let me, for legal reasons, say that I have zero evidence to claim that it was this particular company, and I won't say it again for obvious reasons. But the reality is that there is an internal struggle that's happening of our community voting against. It happens not only on a federal level in regards to the ban, but it's happening at a state level and on a provincial level. Companies that are lobbying against home grow, for example. You know, we have large producers in Canada, and because I can't think of the exact one at this very moment, I'm not going to say the name, but we have producers in Canada that have actively lobbied against home growing before it was legal in 2018 because it would limit their client base. It would limit the customers that are going to be purchasing weed if they're growing their own. So this struggle that's happening has to come to a full stop. There's no way we can move forward as a community, as a culture. And I know people are like, take your tinfoil condom off, pigeons. There's no way that this is going to move forward as a community and culture. No, but you know what? As I said, what I am going to do is I'm going to do my homework. And I am going to find and search cannabis companies that lobbied against legalization. But don't show it on the screen.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. But the reality is that we need to call out these companies. We need to be vocal about their shortcomings and really their deception, and make sure that we talk about it, because we as the consumer have the ultimate choice. We have the ultimate ability to make the decision as to which companies thrive and which ones don't. And if we're talking about the ones that are making, sly decisions and making, decisions that are counter to the community, I think we should call it out. It's the same companies that were, in fact, lobbying against cannabis here. This is the conversation that I can remember, in fact, when I was talking to Brendan from In-House Genetics, and he was talking about, he thinks the cannabis companies that lobbied against legalization in the United States, but then funded it and its studies overseas, should be tried with treason for working against the interests of the American people. And I feel like there's some validity to that. We have to have these conversations. We have to call them out. So that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. So, Ms. P, what did you find? Without saying any names specifically, what did you find?
Nothing.
Really?
It says Pharma, Purdue Pharma, and Abbott Labs are opposed.
Okay. Well, without saying.
They're all pharmacy companies.
Oh.
Like they're all.
Well, then are you using ChatGPT?
No.
ChatGPT is slightly out of date.
No, I'm using Google. Google has
just
an AI.
Google. Oh, just Google AI.
But then I went down to see if there was any articles.
I got to do some homework. That's all.
Yeah.
I'm just talking on my ass at this moment. We know it exists. I have just no credible sources at this very moment because I segued a little bit.
But like you said, I
Shame
wonder
on
if
me.
it got retracted, because I remember you and I talking about the article when you read it.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe it did. Maybe it did, and I got to make sure I cover these things correctly because I don't want to be incorrect about anything that I share. And if anybody has any solid information on that, please share it with me over on Twitter. Share it with me, okay? Share it with me, because I will take a deeper dive into this to make sure that I'm not spreading any misinformation. However, one thing I do want to share with you guys, can you guys believe that Spanish police just made the largest cocaine bust in history? 11 tons of cocaine hidden in a shipment of salt traveling from Brazil to Europe. Look at this, some of this footage here. It's just, there's so much footage. There's no need to see the whole thing, but 11 tons of cocaine. I don't even think I can fathom that kind of money. And it's like, Ms. B skipping through it for those that don't know. Look at that. Do you think that's, hold on, go back. Do you think that's it? The stuff they're shoveling?
I thought that was sand.
I don't know. Can you just walk on that much cocaine without just enjoying the smell?
Oh my God.
There's no way.
Why do
That's
they not
salt.
have masks on? Well, it said it was in a salt. Oh, it's under the salt.
Oh, it's under the salt.
Oh, because it's all wrapped.
Yeah,
and
it's all
everything.
wrapped.
I
Yes.
was like, they don't even have masks on. You'd be huffing that like crazy.
You think you'd still have a mask on with salt?
Well,
No?
yeah,
No? Do we not worry about that?
I would.
I'd be slightly concerned about my health stirring up all that salt. Maybe salt's heavy though. Maybe it doesn't go airborne.
There's still like a dust from it though.
Yeah, like you can see it in the lights.
Yeah. So it's
So
like
it's Spanish police
I don't know. I'm that person that I put a
It was
mask on when I'm gardening.
traveling from Brazil to Europe.
That's crazy.
Huh.
Just bricks.
Look at this. Look at this. This is human ingenuity right here.
It's like a full assembly
That's a conveyor belt of cocaine. There's some cocaine right there. That's great. Wow, hey. Isn't that crazy?
Holy Christ.
So 11 tons of cocaine. Do you think that's going to have a impact on the on the market? Or do you think anyone's going to notice that? Do you think the company that's producing that much cocaine misses 11 tons, or is that just a small?
I feel like someone's gonna miss it.
Someone's definitely dead. Somebody's going to die. That's what I would say. Death is imminent for whoever was involved. Somebody was involved in this. Somebody's going to die.
You and I have been watching too much Ozarks.
Little Ozarks, little Breaking Bad. By now, I am an expert in
Right?
these measures. Okay, I am an expert in these measures.
That's how I feel when I watch Grey's Anatomy. I am a doctor now, and I could perform surgery.
Yes, we could. Yes, we could. I believe that myself. Ladies and gentlemen, here's the question. The age-old question. As old as time itself. This is a question that even the prophets asked. The question was, does weed make you gay? Okay, this is a question. In all reality, I never thought I'd ask myself at any time. There was a post by a gentleman by the name of Nick Fuentes. Some of you may have heard of him. Some of you may not. He is an internet influencer, troll provocateur, and he is a very influential individual when it comes to politics, if you will, and political discussion in America. And he gave us his 10 cents on whether or not, you know what? See the clip. You just got to watch the clip and judge for yourself.
Hang on, I'm gonna crank it.
Oh yeah. Sound settings on the bottom right. You got to right click, go to sound settings.
Sound settings.
Because it's quiet. That's
Okay.
right. I forgot about
Okay, now what?
that.
Volume is at 100.
No, you got to open up sound, the programs itself, so you can see a list of the programs.
What?
Yep.
Oh yeah. I see system.
And then
chat,
go so you see the internet browser,
input, advanced,
Chrome. Yeah, I use Chrome. Don't judge me.
all sound devices.
No. Yeah, all sound devices maybe or something.
No.
You can't-
I don't see anywhere where there's.
It's in that set. It's in that little arrow. The sound. The only thing is Chrome's not coming out of the system, the main system, and it just needs to be changed to that through the sound settings on the bottom right. But then after that, I can't remember what the exact thing is called.
I don't know.
But I'm gonna sip the vase.
Sorry, guys. I'm really technically inclined. Or technically challenged. I don't know what the right word is. The only thing that's turned down is the input. Is that what I need to turn up?
I don't think so.
Stream mixer?
Oh no, on the mixer itself?
No, on the
On the
computer.
program on the mixer itself? Yeah, no. You can turn that all the way up, but it's no, it's in the okay, 2 seconds.
Sorry, guys.
Don't be sorry. Yeah. That one.
Is it that one?
I don't know. I don't know. Because I don't see Chrome. Chrome should.
No.
Oh well. Let's.
I'm confused.
Boost it. I'm not gonna talk. So play the clip and boost it with the gain that's on it.
What?
On the audio, boost the gain on this one. Filters.
Yeah, but it's not.
Yeah. A little bit. There you go. Try that.
To where?
Right there.
Okay.
Give it a shot. Turn up your volume, ladies and gentlemen. Don't laugh so loud, Mrs. P.
Saying sent $5. I remember you once said people need alcohol to get through their lives and deal with people because familiarity breeds contempt and PPL needs to unwind or something. Couldn't the same be said for marijuana? Allows PPL to unwind.
If you smoke pot, you're a faggot. You're a fucking faggot for even saying that. Well, weed is just like alcohol. No, it's not. You want to know why? Alcohol's been around forever. We bless alcohol. Weed makes you gay. It makes you lazy. It makes you stupid. It causes psychosis. It's totally different. And if you like weed, fuck you. Seriously. No joke. It's just not even worth arguing. If you like weed, fuck you. Seriously. I hate weed. I hate people that smoke weed. If you like it, just shut the fuck up and kill yourself. Fuck you. I hate weed. And any fucking loser that says, well, caffeine is a drug. Well, alcohol is a drug. Well, caffeine's a drug. You're a fucking idiot. And you should kill yourself. I'm kidding. Don't kill yourself. But, like, you should shut the fuck up and just stop. I hate weed. And just people that smoke weed are insufferable losers and should just be disregarded. It's for scum. It's for absolute scum and degenerates and fucking losers, and I hate it. So no. And I feel differently about alcohol. I don't like alcohol. I've never drank alcohol. I think people generally shouldn't. I think it's super unhealthy, but you know what? I think that if we didn't have alcohol, we would all be killing each other because people are absolutely insufferable. People are absolutely insufferable and impossible to deal with. And if people did, I don't drink alcohol and I don't want to be around anybody. And I think if I drank alcohol, I'd be a lot more fun as a person. I think I'd be a lot more fun and people would like me more. I'd be easier to get along with, but I can't because I have to be a machine, you know? It's definitely necessary as a social lubricant, but weed is for losers. Weed is just anti-human, anti-life. It's horrible.
Now, decrease my gain a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Just a little, just because. I put it like the half C's. Yeah. And so I'm going to talk normal. That looks good. Okay. So the reason I played that, because a lot of you are probably thinking, I heard someone say that all I hear is one long fart. And I think that's hilarious. The reason I played that is because this wasn't said by a nobody. And someone might think Nick Fuentes is a nobody. Nick Fuentes is not a nobody. He has a very large, very young, maybe even old, but I know a very young audience. And when I hear someone like this speak, two things come to mind. First, it's as a shock jock. It's the troll of the internet. If I say this, people are going to clip this, and this is going to go viral. I'm talking about it, so it worked, right? So there's the first, and so you win. The second thing is that I can relent. I can give you that. But the reality is there's a lot of people who hear this, and sure, nobody thinks weed's going to make you gay. Okay? Maybe he was serious. I have no idea, but nobody thinks weed's going to make you gay. But the reality is that young people are listening to this, maybe even old people. People in general are listening to this. And they're hearing this rhetoric and they're hearing this nonsense being spewed about our plant. And I call it our plant, and it's maybe someone hears that and like, oh my God, insufferable. Okay, I'm kind of insufferable. I get that part. But the reality is that this is the message that we have to fight against as a community and a culture. We know that none of this is true. None of this is true. If you are a lazy person, you are going to be lazy on weed. You're going to be lazy on alcohol. You're going to be lazy on work. You're going to be lazy all the time. And weed's just an element of that. And so for me, it seems as if, along with trolling the internet, there's also going to be some unnecessary hurdles that come along with trying to propel weed into a regulated arena. You know, maybe even regulated isn't the right idea, but it's like, I do believe in legalized cannabis. I actually read a something the other day. I think it was on Blacklist on Instagram or something, the Blacklist or something. I can't remember. And it said the day cannabis died was the day we started calling it cannabis and not calling it weed or marijuana or pot. And we started to formalize. Now I'm paraphrasing because I don't have the article up or the thing up. But they essentially said that the formalization of cannabis is really what destroyed it. And I think in fairness, maybe there's some legitimacy to the sterilization of the mainstream cannabis media, because it's like the majority of people don't like weed on either end of the spectrum, right? The majority of people don't like things that are really, really gassy, really, really skunky, really, really nasty. And I honestly believe that the average smoker doesn't want something that's overly citrus, something that's just crazy orange. I think those are like preferred tastes. And so it's like, it's watered down, you know, there's like this middle ground of like that, what appeals to the average person. And so this watering down had to happen in order to appeal to the most amount of people. So I would argue that, yeah, there is some validity to that statement, that sure, us calling it cannabis and not marijuana, weed, or whatever the heck else you want to call it. I believe in freedom of expression, and I believe in whatever, you can say whatever the fuck you want. And I like the name marijuana. I say marijuana all the time because I just like playing in the same word, in the same way that black people use the N-word, and they say it with freedom, and they say it with rebellion. Maybe not anymore, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. I'm not trying to be insensitive in any way. I'm sure you guys can appreciate the conversation, but it's like, I want to say marijuana because I can. You know, how many marijuanas have you had today? That's a legitimate question. I'm asking you right now because it's not enough. Okay, so I understand there's some legitimacy to watering down, but the reality is that this is an example of what we have to battle against, what we have to put up with. And you see all these pages, I share them all the time here, like those Parents Against Pot, or that AI page, that Aubrey one. It's like that, how I can't wrap my head around it, to be honest with you. It's just like, it's just straight up propaganda. It's reefer madness, man. And it's like, they would have a legitimate conversation if they focused on legitimate concerns, legitimate conversations, and not just the exploitation of the negative side. You know, we talk about the good, the bad, the ugly here. Nothing's off the table. So yeah, but I pass the question off to you guys. Does weed make you gay? If so, let me know. I feel like there was this one time that, like, maybe this one time I had like some urges and stuff, and I was a little unexplainable, and a great excuse is that I was too high. So maybe, I think it's plausible. Oh, geez, too funny.
I too also could still call it pot, Marks. Sometimes weed.
I like pot.
Those are my two.
Yep.
Unless I'm talking to like my dad or like somebody of his generation, then I'll pull out the cannabis, because I feel like they already think that it's, a lot of them still think it's taboo. So you got to be like technical with them.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. First, organics is right. First it was CHS, then it was scromining, now it makes you gay. Dude, it never ends, man. It never ends. I would be willing to believe the gay before I believe the scromining. I'll be honest with you. Because I'm like, that I can get behind, right? The screaming and vomiting is just weird to me. I'm sure it exists somewhere. Under the sea. Mrs. P.
Yeah.
I'm very thirsty.
What do you want?
May I have some rum?
Mm-hmm.
Bum.
Do
Da-na-na.
you want to shoot it?
No. Oh, you're just gonna grab another glass?
Yeah.
Okay. Shout out to Mrs. P. Shout out to Mrs. P. So we can talk about her since she's not here. Okay, she won't know anything we say. Shout out to Mrs. P. Hey, while she's upstairs, can you guys do me a huge favor? Can you put in the chat, shout it, something very positive? I'm not going to tell you what to say. Something positive for Mrs. P. Show something positive for Mrs. P. That'd be dope. Dope as shit. Just fill the chat with really nice. You can even say something multiple times, something different a couple times. Just, fill up the chat with something positive. I appreciate you guys. It's an absolute blessing being able to work with my wife. And I'm not just saying that because there's guns. I'm saying that because it's a blessing to be able to do things with your family and your spouse in particular, and it's like we take on life together. It's an adventure. It's an incredible adventure, and I'm very thankful that she gives me the time. She gives me the time. So you guys are too kind. I can see these comments already. You guys are too kind. This is very sweet. You guys are doing great. This is good. She's gonna love this. And then when she gets back, tell her I didn't say this. I never said that. I never told you guys to say anything. There we go. She's not even gonna know. She's gonna be like, what the fuck? I'm not even gonna say anything. I'll be like, what's going on? Oh, that's too funny. You guys are animals. I appreciate it. We've got some more negative shit going on in regards to, I'm gonna have the sound fixed. I can't believe I didn't fix it. I told Mrs. P I was gonna fix it today and I didn't fix it. I'm full of promises. Oh, I'm just kidding. I'm not. I am, but I do them. I do them. There we go. Oh, shh. What? I didn't say anything about our newly enhanced dress code. No, I didn't say anything. She's like, what the hell did you?
Did you tell them about our fun day that we had?
Oh my god, I didn't. No, I didn't. I didn't mention anything about my incredibly horrible day today.
But we're happy and we're alive.
But
and we're here.
I will soon, because we're gonna be taking live calls right away, ladies and gentlemen. Live calls. And is there anyone waiting by chance?
You know what? I haven't even looked.
Me neither. Say no.
No, no, there is not.
All right. That's okay, because we got tons to talk about. But of course, guys, I want to talk to you. And as a little guy, I'm not entirely sure what's going on. But if you would like to have a conversation with me, please step on into the live call waiting. I'm open to have a conversation with anyone. I want to make this as an opportunity for anyone to sit down and have a conversation with me, and ask a question and dive into something. And if there's something that you've really been interested, because I can't see all the comments all the time. It's just the way it is. It helps, the fewer people that are in here, but at the same time, it doesn't help. But God, Mrs. P, what? Mrs. P keeps saying "Coo Queen." Keeps slaying "Coo Queen."
Oh, see, everybody says nice things when I leave the room.
Isn't that something? Why do they do that?
What were you saying?
I didn't say a single thing.
Lies. It's okay. The kid wasn't in bed, so I took a couple extra minutes.
Oh, good. Yeah, good check. More rum, sir. No, yeah, I had a horrible day. But needless to say, if you do want to jump in, and no shame if nobody pulls up.
That's fine. We'll talk.
Yeah, we'll talk. Mrs. P pulls up all the time. Yeah, I pay her for it. but no, we had a horrible day. But we'll talk about that after. I wanted to dive into the clip with Nick is a little extreme, perhaps. And I only say that because it is very hard in today's day and age to determine wow, Smitty with 5 gifted men. That's very kind, dude. Thank you very much. That's huge. It's very hard to determine who's actually speaking their opinion about cannabis and who's just being a troll. Excuse me, I got the hiccups now. Being a troll on the internet for clicks, because I see it all the time. That people are saying extreme things just to get the click, and so I'm often like, they're saying it. Like with the Nick clip, I seriously believe he's not stupid. He knows what he's doing, and he's really good at triggering people, and so I think without a doubt that maybe he believes wholeheartedly. And it's funny, I didn't even get to the point that I want. I just always forget I have glasses on and I go to rub my eye.
I just cleaned those too.
Oh.
I love that he talks about how people are insufferable, and he is easily the most insufferable person I've ever come across in my life.
Him or me?
Him.
Yeah. I would have believed you either way.
I live with you. I can put up with you.
If you said me, I would have been like, yeah, I did admit to being insufferable already.
No.
Yeah, you know what? Like it is what it is. I can't decipher between the content, but my argument with him is he literally justified alcohol in the exact same way you can justify cannabis. People need cannabis to calm down, relax, and to, in my opinion, be civil. This is incredible. Look what's happening, Miss P.
Oh my God.
T with a gifted membership. Thank you, man. John gets a gifted membership. And $5 just bought the V-Cure today. You think it was a good investment? Well, I think it's too late to tell you whether it's a good investment or not. However, the reality is that I kind of said, okay, I'm going to get to that question in a second. It's going to be here for a second, so I won't forget it.
I'll remind him.
Thank you. He literally justifies alcohol in the same way we can justify cannabis. And I do believe that cannabis would make us more civil. I do believe if we were a little more cool, calm, collected, in which cannabis is notorious for, we would be and medicated, guys, medicated. I know we always have new people chilling in there, and they don't hear me say this, and I say this all the time. I do believe that people, by design, and whoever it is that's doing the great design, I'm not up to for debate for that. But the reality is that we are overworked, we are overstressed, underpaid, and we spend very little time with the people we love, the quality time. That's by design, ladies and gentlemen. And why, for the last 100 years, has cannabis been illegal? Not because it's bad, but because of politics and money and all the other reasons that don't have anything to do with the plant itself. Any real, legitimate reason with the plant itself. It's all been propaganda. It's all been reefer madness. It's all been blown out of proportion. Cannabis has saved more lives than it's damaged. And has it damaged lives? I'm not going to say it hasn't. Of course it has. There's plenty of evidence of that. But the reality is that the difference is that it has created and it is bonded so many more people than really alcohol has ever done. And my point is that with people that are using a proper medication, one that their body is built and designed for, is going to do the powers that be a lot more damage than the shit they're pumping us full of right now. And I, again, tinfoil condom, ladies and gentlemen, I'll just slip that right back on because, yeah, we can play the whole what if and what is, but it's like the human race has been around for, I don't even know, millennia? Is it millions of years? I don't know, but the clock starts at 2000, okay? 2000. We're at 2026. So for the lack of argument's sake, let's just use the last 2,000 years as evidence. You can't tell me that we didn't learn about the positive effects and all the great things cannabis was doing for the body before 1930? Of course we did. Of course we did. Obviously, we didn't have the science we have today. Obviously, we didn't have the methods of practice or the people consuming at the rate or the power of weed that we have today. No, we didn't. And that's the reality. But people were consuming cannabis for both recreational, spiritual, for recreational, spiritual, and medicinal reasons. And then all of a sudden it stopped. And when it stopped, the substitute medication came in at mass. And that substitute medication has made us, well, what do you want to say? What do you want to say? Has it made us better? Yeah, modern medicine has done in some incredible things. Let's not totally get lost down the rabbit hole here. Yeah, modern medicine has done some incredible things. But what if weed was included? What if weed was included for the last 100 years? Could you imagine? Could you imagine where we would be? Would we be freer? Would we be happier? Would we question things a little bit more? Would we be at peace? And what would that do to the powers that be? Okay. I don't know, but it can't be good. So it just, it's really no secret to anyone to think that, weed bad, weed bad. Don't do it. And that's why I say that people, that's why I strongly believe that was a hell of a tangent, ladies and gentlemen. The fact that I'm about to make it all make sense is crazy to me. But the reality is that, and I lost it. No, did I? We'll see. The reality is that, ladies and gentlemen, as I was trying to prove a point, and I did.
Sorry, I don't know where you were going with that.
I don't know. I wasn't going anywhere. In fact, that was a hell of a segue. That was really good.
I know the answer, though.
What's the answer, Ms. B?
Homo sapiens have been around for 300,000 years.
300,000.
Yep.
So we've had plenty of time to experiment.
Homo genus emerged over 2 million years ago. But Homo sapiens, which are the first modern humans, was 300,000. I also enjoyed when he said that alcohol is okay because it's always been around. Like, what kind of argument is that? It hasn't.
No.
Because
alcohol doesn't grow in trees.
Right. Alcohol has to be made. And somebody had to have stumbled across it and been like, oh, if I do this, this, and this, it makes something that makes me feel funky.
Yeah.
No, weed has always been around.
The reality of my point, because I was trying to segue into the next story, it's coming back. I
was hoping I'd help you get there.
Yeah, very slowly. Yep. Thank you. The reality is that cannabis is powerful. Cannabis is powerful, and the powers that be don't want us to consume it. I think that's a no-brainer. But I ask you these things, and if you want to talk to me, you can hit me up on Discord, and we can chat about it. Okay. So these ones are obviously a troll. I'm going to say this is a troll. Maybe he believes some of this deep down that it's horrible, but the reality is that the way he justifies alcohol is the way we can justify weed. People need more weed. That's really what I was trying to get to. In a non-glamorous, fucking educational documentary purposed way.
Yeah.
Okay? Non-glamorized. This is alcohol though. Fucking YouTube. Anyways, what I did want to highlight is, have you guys ever heard of YMH Studios? Your Mama's House Studios? This is where the Two Bears podcast with oh shit, I should have thought of this before.
No, you told
Bert
me before.
Kreischer and Segura. I wish I could think of his first name. It doesn't matter. Anyways, there are John Segura? No, Segura. What is it, Ms. B? Fuck, this weed is not good. I'm not going to glamorize it, guys. I'm just going to say the cannabinoids are very, very
Tom?
expressive.
Is
Tom Segura. Yep, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Idiom had it. Yeah, Drew's had it. Yep.
Oh.
There it comes. YouTube's just a little bit
Love
longer.
that delay.
Yeah, love that. Right? Thank you guys. You guys all knew. Of course you did. But anyways, this is a conversation between, I believe this is Bert Kreischer's wife and a comedian. And this comedian has the desire to go off on weed. And again, compare it to alcohol. And I'll talk about my opinion after this. The filter.
Yep.
We both don't like pot.
I got tired of having to tell bartenders that worked for me, you can't walk outside during your shift and smoke fucking pot in front of the bar. Do you understand? I'd yell at you if I saw you drinking right now.
Right.
Friends going, oh, we got to drive to the mall. Let me just take a quick hit. Fuck you, dude. You're driving me. It bothers me that people think it's so different from alcohol. If I was about to drive you somewhere and I go, hold on, let me take a quick shot.
That's true.
This is a big argument that me and my ex-girlfriend used to have. I'd be like, people that smoke weed in the morning, imagine if I woke up and said, I have to clean the house. I just want to do a couple shots first. And she'd be like, it's completely different. I go, it's different to you because you have a weed tolerance. Guess what? I have a booze tolerance.
Yeah.
I can drink a lot.
Yeah.
A lot. Okay? I don't do it ever outside of times when it's time to drink.
Okay, I'm gonna break this down one spot at a time. But the first thing I wanted to say is, like, we're not just fighting internet trolls as a community and as a culture. We aren't. We are literally battling mainstream media, money, corporations, and to me, that's the hardest part, because there's people that respect and really look up to these kind of shows, these podcasts, these videos, these hosts, and they're gonna take this for fact. So I want to break this down slowly. The first little bit that he says is that he refers to the employer and employee relationship, and he says, if my employee wants to go outside and smoke weed and come back in, I don't like that. And he compares it to alcohol. Again, I don't think there's a comparison to alcohol. However, an employer has the ability to tell you that you cannot come to work stinking of weed and under the influence of weed. They have that right. They have that ability to decline you. Now, if it's a prescription of yours, you still can't reek like it. You can't be like out of it, because you have to be able to perform and do your tasks and present yourself to the public. So an employer has that right, in my opinion, to tell you not to smoke outside and then come in reeking and not being able to perform your task. I think that's fair. I really do. But aside from that, you have no business to tell me to do otherwise. So if I'm puffing down on a Peterson just outside, it's got no smell to it, it is what it is, and I come back inside, but he saw me puffing down on a Peterson, and I came back inside, and he's like, well, dude, were you smoking? I was like, yeah. He's like, you can't be high. I wouldn't say yeah. I'd be like, no, I was smoking Susan. What do you think? And so, but the reality is that, that there's no grounds there. But like I said, if I can't perform my tasks, that's another story. But then when he says it's the same as alcohol, he goes on to argue that he's not going to get into the car with somebody who is smoking weed. That is his right again. He doesn't have to get in the car with somebody who smokes weed. I think that's fair. You don't have to. You can decline. I think if anybody's under the influence and you're uncomfortable in a situation, you should not proceed in that situation, particularly if there's a motor vehicle involved. If you are uncomfortable, don't get in the vehicle. Okay, you don't have to. Why would you? You shouldn't have to. I finished that rum already? No, it's right here. I was like, that was pretty quick. Don't get in the car. But, and a lot of people disagreed with me on this one, and this was okay. A lot of people said that you cannot drive after smoking weed. Okay? After I admitted that, yes, I use cannabis as a medication, And in order to calm my nerves and in order to settle myself and prepare myself for the flight or for the drive, yeah, I will definitely rip. However, if you've ever been over to the Swank house and Mr. Swank says, "Hey, sir, would you like a dab?" And you say, "Yes, sir, Mr. Swank, I would love a dab." And you take a Mr. Swank dab and you take the whole thing and you blow it out, and then you take off your shirt because you're sweating. Don't drive. Don't be an idiot.
You're spending the night.
Don't drive. Don't get in a vehicle and go drive. Don't be an idiot. You're a fucking idiot if you get in a vehicle and drive. Don't do that. You know, you've got to calm down. You got to relax. You got to chill for a minute. Give it like fucking half up. For me, I need like, 20, 30 minutes. Give me a couple minutes. Let me recov, But the reality is that don't get in a vehicle with someone that you're not comfortable with. That should be a pretty common or fairly common sense understanding. But when I say that your pilot should be well medicated, if your pilot needs medication to perform his task to the abilities to which he has been tested and certified for, should he not have access to his medication? Yes or no? Mrs. P, what do you think?
I feel like it's...
Nope. I'm just kidding. No, this is a discussion, always.
I always kind of refer it back to, like, what's the difference between me taking a Xanax, which I'm prescribed for anxiety and depression, and then driving to work?
Oh, no.
Because I have to take the pills in the morning. You still have to function throughout the day. It's like, what's the difference? Like, I get what you said, right? Like, if you're going to be at Swank's house, you're spending the night. But I think it's all about people knowing it's the same, and I don't condone it at all, and I hate that I'm even going to say it, but to have one or two drinks at a friend's house and then drive home, you're not intoxicated. People do that.
Well, it's different for everyone.
It is different for everyone, but people do that on a regular basis. What's the difference, to me, in my mind, between having a drink at dinner and driving home, or having a hoot and then getting in the car and going to work?
I personally would prefer if my pilot had 0 drinks before getting on the plane.
Agreed.
But for the primary purpose...
But that's why you can't compare the two.
That's right. For the primary purpose is that, in my humble opinion, alcohol is not medical, and there's no evidence to suggest otherwise.
No.
Sure, it helps for some people at some times to do some things, but...
It might help you make a speech at a work seminar because you're nervous.
But the reality is that cannabis is a medication. And if my pilot... I'm saying this as someone who hates flying. I want to be the one in control. I'm saying if my pilot, who can perform his tasks and duties to which he is certified and has credentials for, needs to be medicated using whatever, if it's Xanax, if he needs Xanax to fly for whatever fucking reason, I don't even know what Xanax is for, medicinally. So it's like
anxiety, mostly.
Anxiety. So it's like, if he needs Xanax, he's anxious. If he's anxious, should he be flying in the first place? Well, did he perform his tasks while under the influence of anxiety and his medication and all that shit? I'm willing to go to that cause. If let's say, at the end of the day, if heaven forbid a plane went down and it came down to the fact that a guy was taking anxiety medication for whatever reason and it did whatever thing to his body, that would be a crazy happening. But nobody would bat an eye at it. He had Xanax in his system. Well, he had a prescription for it. Okay. Okay, you're right. Would that stop when all of a sudden this international Xanax campaign go on about how people are fucking shitting and laughing at the same time and they can't stop? It's contagious.
There are crazy side effects.
Yep.
But not like that.
Yep, it's contagious. So when you touch the next person, they start shitting and laughing. So it's like just a nasty. And it makes you gay. Xanax makes you gay. Did you hear about that? I did. So I just you would never.
Sorry, that was the Tylenol in the down
So
syndrome.
why would, for any reason, cannabis be any different? Go. Because a lot of people disagreed with me. A lot of people said, no, I don't want my pilot high. Well, if he was high when he got his credentials, if he was high when he got his training, when he was, and I say high in the wrong context, because I think we should kind of rephrase things, and it's like high should be used for recreation only.
I agree.
Medicated.
Yeah.
And let's just say, and you could be over medicated. You could be over medicated.
You can be over medicated on Xanax.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. On anything.
Like, that's why I compare it to a pharmaceutical more than alcohol. Because they're the same thing.
It's medical.
Yeah.
So yes, I just think we got to stay consistent with our arguments. So, needless to say, the constant comparison to alcohol is kind of crazy. If you want to compare alcohol to the recreational effects of cannabis, sure. Does it have an effect on your body that can be intoxicating? Yes. Can it put you in a state where you just want to go to bed and you can't fucking function? Yes. Okay. Cannabis can do that to you. Okay. Is that a downside to cannabis? What can be, if you're trying to go to an office meeting and you're fucking passing out in the car after eating an edible, then yeah. It's a downside. It's not good. It's horrible. It's a horrible situation. The same thing can be said about alcohol. You know, you have a drink before a meeting and someone can smell the vodka on your breath or something. Whatever. Maybe not the vodka, but you get my point. Right? So, I appreciate you guys and your opinions, though. Not entirely sure where I stand on that idiom. I think that's fair. But the reality is how much do you get to know your pilot anyway? You don't.
You barely even know their name now.
Hi, this is your pilot speaking. My name is and we're going to be traveling from New York departure to here. It's going to be 2.5. That's the most you ever get to know about your pilot right there. Done.
Like, I never hear them when they come on.
Can't hear anything about them. I get to say goodbye to them after the flight when my ears are all fucked up and I just want to get off the plane and I'm anxious and don't want to talk to people. Yeah, that's when I see the pilot. And if he was high, I'd be like, damn, I'm jealous.
And you shake his hand and you say, thank you for getting me here alive.
Yeah.
That's it.
I think you move on. I remember the day, it's so funny, when Mrs. P and I traveled. I remember movies. I watched a movie once. It was fucking 1997. August 8th.
I was 4.
I wish. Anyways, and when people used to arrive on an airplane, people used to clap. When you landed, people would be like, yay, because they all survived. Now we just don't even care. We just like, yeah, we're here, let's go. I'm like, well, I remember our first time we landed, I was like, Mrs. P's like, stop.
I did not say a word because I was so traumatized from the turbulence.
The turbulence was insane. That was
probably far our worst.
That was the worst, but the when I went down since, I've had turbulence similar.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that was worse because it was the first time.
Bless the old lady that was sitting beside me.
Walked you through it. That was good too.
God.
Yeah, she was a sweetheart.
She was so nice.
I can't remember. Texas? I can't remember where they were at. It was something.
Arizona, I think.
You got me sitting up or something back?
I don't know. You keep changing, and then I realize it, and I change the scene.
If you guys didn't know, it takes 99 cameras to get Tea with P just precise, okay? To get Tea with P precise. So, go ahead, Miss P, please.
Well, you had a question in the chat.
Oh, please. Yes.
And there are 2 people waiting in the...
Oh, my gosh. They're waiting? Oh, my gosh. Okay, real quick.
It is half past.
$5. How long have they been there?
I don't know.
Hopefully not long. They weren't here long. I just made it up. Okay, real quick. $5. I want to answer that one.
The V cure. Yes. Was it a good investment?
So the reality is if you're balling on a budget, I'll make it short. If you're balling on a budget and you really want to just take hands off, go free, you're not harvesting more than 2 or so plants, 3 plants at most, 2 plants at most, and you feel like this is going to fit in nice with like your V grow or your 4x4 tent, yeah, 100%, dude. If you are just getting started and you don't know where to begin and you gotta justify the budget with the wife and all these things that I've had to do, rightfully so, no, do not spend your money on it. You can perfect a good dry and a good cure in a good tent without no automation, with just with a humidifier with a little intelligence. You know, the humidifier. I'm telling you right now, my favorite item, smart item of all time, is the smart humidifier. I'm telling you, it knows when to go on, it knows when to shut off. That right there is amazing. And not just the fact that it has a thermostat on it, however, but the fact that you can dial it into other pieces of equipment. Now that's other things, but the humidifier with a thermostat is an incredible piece of equipment. And especially one that's over a gallon, dude. Over a gallon. I'm telling you, of all the pieces of equipment, humidifier, dude. I'm stuck on it. Humidifier. But anyways, is it a good investment? I think if you were ready to spend that kind of money, dude, and you didn't spend, you know, your week's worth of grocery money on it, and if you did, return that shit right away. Please, for the love of God. But if you didn't, and you were ready, and this is something that you know you're going to be, dude, there is not better technology in that system, man. They took their time. They did it right. They've got a great piece of equipment, dude. In regards to a solid investment, you made it, dude. You made it. It's just, I just don't want the new grower to think that this is a fucking make and break, and I need this, and I have to have this in order to keep up with Pigeons and Rob and Chris. No, you don't. Please don't. Please. Okay? You don't. And if your wife's listening in the back and she's like, I told you, turn this down and save for a little bit longer. Okay? Okay? I'm just trying to be honest, dude. I swear you guys are my number one priority every time and always.
It is a nice perk.
It's fucking beautiful. It's beautiful.
It's gorgeous.
I didn't pay for it though.
I told him that he should do a video on my favorite parts of it because aesthetically it is a beautiful piece of equipment. And as a woman, and just personally, that goes a long way. If it looks nice and it sits in the room and it doesn't look like it's out of place or it's ugly or bulky, like, it's a nice piece, guys. So.
Yeah. Real quick, Mrs. P, go up to studio. The studio set.
Studio.
Up on the left, all the way up. Oh. Studio shot. Yep, boom, hit it. There it is. That's the GoPro, baby. 99 cameras and the GoPro's one.
I wondered if you saw that.
Avenger,
I'm like, we do.
my
I just
brother.
don't know if it's hooked up.
It's right there, man. That's the whole studio right there, my friend.
And then there's the V-Cure.
And the V-Cure in the corner there. Yeah. So, yeah, it's there, baby. It's there. It's in the car, dude, just in case. You never know. You know, we're perched up there, brother, you know? Yeah, okay. But great question, man. Great question. I don't want you to have any remorse or anything, dude. Again, though, I stand by everything I said. Just, solid piece of equipment, man. Once you get it, you are going to love it. And boy, is it going to take your hands off, dude. Hands off. All right? So, I would like to invite some folks that are waiting in the Discord. I wasn't certain we were going to have anybody, so I'm thankful that they showed up. I do. Let's bring them in. We're going to be taking some live calls, ladies and gentlemen. And real quick before we bring them in, can we just get the link for the Discord one more time if anybody else would like to speak as well. And just be careful on the volume on Discord. It's loud. I don't want to blow anyone out there. So just a little heads up.
For me or for them?
For them.
Okay.
For them. But I've got everything regular. It should be good in versus coming in through the system because
the volume was all the way up to 200.
For? On
Discord.
Yeah. It's because Discord, I fixed Discord. Yeah, it was loud. But we're ready.
No, it was up to 197%.
Who?
On
Just Discord? What was on Discord?
Like their volume.
Are they a regular?
I don't know.
Oh, okay, probably not. Okay. Yeah, definitely turn it down.
Oh, like a regular in your Discord or a regular in the chat?
Yeah.
I don't know. I have 702 Exotic.
Oh, yeah, my guy. Come on in. Yeah. Fuck yeah. He was talking to me earlier.
I will move him.
He mentioned this morning. So come on down. Join the Discord, guys. If you have a question or comment, concern, you want to talk about a topic or that I covered earlier, come on into the Discord. Join the live call waiting. Mrs. P will bring you in. Heavy on the trigger finger. Go ahead.
He's in, but he's muted.
Oh, he's in, but he's muted. 702 Exotic. What's up, brother?
Yo, what it do, champ?
Good to hear from you, dude. How you doing, man?
Oh man, you know, just enjoying this Vegas weather while we could because it gets very, very hot in the summertime. So, just enjoying the weather.
Appreciate that, brother. Thanks for calling in, my guy. It's been a
Yeah,
minute.
let us know, man.
You had a good holiday
Let us know,
season?
man. Oh yeah. Beautiful holiday season. Yes, sir.
Good, dude. Good. I'm glad to hear that, brother. Did you have anything in mind that you wanted to talk about?
Yeah, man, that was a lot of goddamn cocaine they found over there, man. I know somebody missing that. I'm over there like, damn, homie. Like that one guy, let me get a pump, dog.
Dude, somebody is missing that shit for sure, bro. So do you think someone's getting capped or what? Or do you think it's even it's even a hit? 11 tons is massive. Do you think that's even a hit though? Or are they pulling do they have hundreds of tons?
Yeah, I'm with Miss P with that, man. Somebody missing that right there, man. Somebody's missing it.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, man, but I'm just excited about this new strain that I got, man. It's I wanna share it with you next time you down here. I want you to check it out, champ. It's some very very special, man. I've never seen like this, and it's just something that I want to share with the people, and none other than pigeons, man. It's amazing for how long we've been doing it, that we just always find something very new every time, and I just found something, champ, and I'm very 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 excited to share it with the people now, you know.
Dude, well, I love to hear that, brother. I love to hear that, man. What is it? What's the cross, dude? Are you sharing any secrets?
No, I cannot say what it is, and the reason is because it did come from a commercial spot, so it's not really supposed to be released to the public. You know what I mean? So it's something where I can't really say what it is, but bro, it's fire, bro. And when you come down to Vegas, if you tap in with me, you know, I could take you to the spot, and we could take a look at it together, the facility and everything and shit. You know what I mean? But it's just it's so many strains there that it's a lot of things that make it look good, and some look phenomenal, you know. And we went for the phenomenal, bro. You know.
That's what I'd like to hear, brother. I love to hear that, dude. I'd love to hear that you're grinding, man, and taking on new adventures, dude.
In this game, you know how it is. Pigeons is gatekeepers to this shit, you know. So you be good, rub elbows with the right people. You know, we just get to sit down with the big dogs and eat the crumbs. You know what I mean?
Dude, it's about, and we're gonna break through that with awareness and conversation, my guy.
For real.
Yeah, dude, I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much, man. I'm excited about your hustle, bro, and I encourage you, and I'm excited, and I want nothing but the best for you, dude. And I just want you to remember to stay humble, stay grounded. Remember your foundation, man, and keep hustling, brother. Consistency over time equals results, man. And shout out to Mr. ROB. He's got that shit tatted on his arm, and it's true, man. And I believe in it. I'm a product of it, dude. So keep it up. We both are.
Hell yeah. Thank you, man. I'm always watching, man. Always listening. Always learning, you know, from y'all. Y'all definitely, you know, I like to tend to stick with a small little people that I learn from, and y'all definitely in that circle for sure. So, hell yeah.
Love, dude. Thank you so much, brother. 702 Exotics coming in hot. Check them out, dude. Appreciate you, bro. Be easy, friend. Oh, I just headbutted you. Peace, homie. I headbutted him right there. Pacha! Oh man, that was cool. That was very nice. That was sweet, dude. I'm up for anything, man. I'm always excited about people's endeavors. I think the space right now is and I was gonna say weak, but that's totally incorrect term. It is in its infancy. Some people think we've hit the stride. We're the best we've ever been. And the answer's nah. The people with the biggest fire have yet to come. The best genetics have yet to come. I don't think. I know. Who else we got, Mrs. P?
Broker Cannabis.
Broker Cannabis. Cannabis coming in hot. My guy. Yeah, bring him in hot.
Why won't it let me pull him in?
I don't know.
Hang on.
I don't know.
There we go.
Yo, Cannabis coming in hot. What's up, man?
Pigeons, man. I owe you basically my whole knowledge, but it's been 5 years since I spoke with you last in a one-on-one. Shout out to Mrs. P. Shout out to the flock.
Yeah.
Thanks,
dude.
It's been great.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet, homie. I appreciate the kind words, man. Are you growing right now?
Yeah, man. No, I know sometimes I jump on and remind people of fire safety. Last
Oh, yeah, you're
year
right.
ago,
Yeah, you damn right.
October, we had a tragic house fire that was just accidental electric. They had old electric in it, and just the wear and tear over a number of years. I woke up from a nap in the morning after putting the daughter off to school, and house was filled with smoke, and it was just too far gone. It's been an uphill battle, man. Check your cords, guys. It's the 30 seconds. Buy a $40 fire extinguisher. Do something. Luckily I'm less than a mile literally from police station and fire department. They were here in literally 30 seconds of being on the phone. So I was blessed. We didn't lose very much of our living stuff, but we lost one tent and some equipment, but it wasn't anything that we can't bounce back from. I was able to keep a bunch of my other gear, make sure things were safe. But I think on the topic of, alcohol versus weed, I think a lot of it just comes down to maturity, man. The problem is not everybody's mature, and it does, like you said, it comes back to the awareness and education. Parents need to be parents. Education needs to start young, and they need to know. It's a foundation that I've had to learn, being a parent, starting to grow when my daughter was just a year old, and she, she I jumped on the call. The first thing out of her mouth was, "Can I say hi?" Yes, Izzy, you can say hi. You want to say hi?
Hi. Hi, Izzy.
Hi.
She loves you, pigeons. It's funny every night when we get on to goop goop goop.
Goop goop goop.
It's her bedtime, so it's like I get a goop and ride with the flock, and it's her bedtime,
dude.
so it's great. But every night she's like, "Daddy, do you really know him?" Yes, I know.
Oh yeah, Izzy, he does. Yes, he does. Oh, she's a sweetheart.
Yeah, she's adorable. But it's been a struggle, It's keep fighting. Every day is a battle. Some of us, that deal with PTSD, cannabis has been my lifesaver. Some of my background story is, I was a convict. I got out of prison and after doing almost 10 years and didn't know what to do with the legal market. And all of a sudden I'm in a grow state where it was legal, and hey, I don't have to rely on other drugs or other things to get my mental health straight. And cannabis has saved my life. So, when it comes to, do you get behind the wheel or do you let the pilot fly if he's been smoking? Well, are you going to cut the insulin off of a diabetic before they're supposed to fly the plane? I mean, at some point there's got to be understanding, and there's got to be the other side of the conversation where, yeah, it can be abused, and it can be not for everyone, and side effects do happen. Not all prescription or medications are for everyone. And that's back to the maturity. The maturity is just hard to come around, and it's all on education.
Dude, you said it so well, bro. I couldn't agree more with you, man. First of all, your positivity, brother, is infectious. Good for you, man, for being a solid man, for holding yourself and your family together. That's fucking amazing. Shout out to you for being a quality dad, dude. I don't have to look far, dude. I can tell, man, the relationship you have with your daughter is fucking incredible and a beautiful thing, and cherish every moment, dude. As my son is 14 right now, and it's just like I just look at the years and I'm like, holy crikey, where have they gone, dude? Where did they go, man? Because he was 7 yesterday.
He was 3 yesterday.
And it's just like, wow.
Well, I remember when you had first started training him with hockey and had the basement before you had the whole studio, and you set everything up doing the videos. It was great.
Dude, it goes so fast, brother, and it's something you just don't understand until you have kids. Literally, the number one thing people tell you is enjoy it. It goes fast, and you don't understand that statement until you do it.
Yep.
and it's just like,
Well, and
holy fuck.
yeah, exactly. Like when I went to prison in 2011, 2010, I lost my son that was a year and a half old. Now, looking at him now, 16, almost 17, and the kid's 6'2", size 14 shoe. I'm only 5'10". I'm like, where
Right.
did you, where did you get this? They grow so fast, and I wish I could put them back in my arms,
Dude.
but it's crazy. I feel like, all right, put me in your arms. Let me be the baby.
Yeah, right,
Hold me.
right. For the record, dude, I don't care how old he is. You get that son of a gun, you put him in your arms, boy, and you hold him. You pin him down, and you fill him with love. You hear me, boy? Because that's what I would have to do.
I was lucky. I was lucky actually 2 years ago. So about 6, 8 months before the fire, I actually made a trip out to Utah and got to see him for the first time since he was a year and a half. So
wow,
that was big. So he is in my life. He's it's working on it. I've made a lot of bad choices and I got to come back from it. But it's every day. Wake up, do the best you can.
That's it,
Hold
dude.
yourself with some moral and accountability, and take care of your responsibilities.
Brother, that's the sign of a man, dude. Strong foundation, brother, and you take care of your responsibilities, man. And you nailed it, dude. You got a good head on your shoulders, brother. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for calling in, brother.
Yes, sir, man. As you know, I know you don't say it enough, and you admit it all the time on air. Mrs. P, thank you for all you do. Really, I mean, I remember back 5 years ago, he was always telling me, even on the one-on-one, bro, if you even knew, because I talked about my wife, she doesn't consume cannabis, doesn't care really about it at all, other than she knows it has saved my life and made me the man I am today. Um, but, I did the same thing where Pigeons said 2 years. Give me 2 years to kind of see what this turns out. And here I am 5 years later, and even though we had the fire, she won't let me give up, even though times get tough and, the passion's still there, but frustration of not being able to get to a garden and different things, it's hard. But we're getting close. We're actually looking at some land and some property, hoping to get into our own spot here shortly and chase that dream a little bit further. Some people on Discord know me, Cannabis, Dwarven Forge Genetics.
Green
We're
World.
trying to get to that Denver Growers Cup, big Green World.
Yep.
The Green World company that we had, we actually just closed down due to the hemp ban and the other bans that they have in Ohio, where that business was licensed. But the accounts are still there. But genetics are on the table. We're looking, one of my other partners and I are looking into getting into branding and helping the small guy, the little guy. I've got an education in how to run and start businesses. He does IT stuff, looking to help people build brands. So anybody ever needs help or wants any advice, please feel free to hit me up on Discord, any of the platforms that where I'm at.
Dude, yeah. Do you have a platform or anything? Do you have an email or something?
I do have. I have my Instagram, which is where I usually do most of everything, or here on Discord.
What's your Instagram?
It's Instagram is Brocker, BROKKR Cannabis, CANNA boss.
Okay, dude, fucking awesome, brother. Appreciate you, man. You've been spreading the same message, dude. Consistent message, a valid message about safety and vigilance, and I commend you for that, dude. So keep that up, man. To the point where it's like you've had me check my own shit, so it's like keep that up, dude.
It's worth it. It really
You're
is.
damn right it is.
I grew in the same apartment, the same house for almost 4 years straight. You don't think I didn't know my breakers and my cords and everything. You don't realize what wear and tear goes through those, and I didn't know there was a 10-foot section of old knob and fuse wire that led into the room where the fire started. That was it.
Damn. Dude, and there's nothing you could do. Dude, nothing you could do.
Unfortunately, I'm already under the gun, which is part of why I'm also not growing, but I was charged with cultivation of cannabis and cultivation of mushrooms. They had 270 plants. I was in the middle of swapping everything over to my partner in Colorado, had all our clones of all of our mothers, everything set out, just took them. And they counted everything.
Damn.
Luckily, I had access to a great lawyer. I walked in. I took a plea deal for no fine, no jail time, 18 months probation, call and check in every 90 days. So,
son of a
I got
bitch.
lucky.
Jewish
I got
lawyer?
lucky. Yes.
Oh, ah.
In 2001, she was the top nation's criminal defense attorney of the year.
Okay, sweet, dude. Well, that, you know, silver lining, dude.
I got lucky.
Yeah,
got
silver
lucky,
lining.
you know?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, it is. Yeah, you did your time. Mentally, physically.
But they also took and confiscated over $1 million retail of genetics.
Mm-hmm.
All
That
of my
hurts.
seeds, my whole vault, everything.
Damn.
So,
Damn. Yeah, you
but
know
I
what?
recovered
Adversity
half of
builds.
my own work just from people that have followed me and supported me along the way. So we're not done yet, guys. We're not done yet.
Adversity builds
Moving
character,
forward,
brother.
so.
You're a prime example of it, man. Thank you so much for spreading the love, dude. Appreciate you, bro.
Absolutely.
Epic.
And Flock, I know there's a lot of you guys dealing with mental health issues and
Always.
support issues, and the world is a crazy place we live in. If you ever feel alone, please feel free to reach out. I'm accessible 24 hours a day.
Appreciate you. Literally. Shout out to Mrs. Cannabis in the back. The Cannabis in the back there. I heard her.
I did too.
That's Miss Cannabis.
Send out lots of love to the both of you. You guys have a blessed night. I appreciate all the love and support from the bottom of my heart. From my family to yours, all the love. And I hope you have yourselves a fantastic and prosperous 2026, dude.
Absolutely. We'll hopefully see you at BGC come June.
Here's hoping, brother. Here's hoping. I'm going to try to get my ass out there, bro.
I know, right?
Yep.
I'm excited. So hope to see you guys. Have a great one.
Thank you, dude.
Have a good night.
Thank you, dude. Shout out to the family. Thank you, brother. Have a great night.
Later.
Oh, that was absolutely epic, dude. Shout out to Cannabis. That struggle, dude. It ain't easy to share your struggles, man, particularly, you know, with an audience. And I appreciate that, man. I really appreciate it. And I send nothing but love and good vibes and prosperity to him and his family. That's a hell of a lot of adversity. And, you know, he speaks truth to the fact that we're all dealing with a level of mental health. We're all dealing with adversity in our own way, form, or fashion. But it's important to stay grounded. Surround yourself with people you love. If you have nobody, you know, I've been in this darkness where you are a traveler. You've got nothing and nobody to your name. But the reality is you can surround yourself with good people. And if you are a good person, okay, you are a good person at heart. I'm talking to a good person right now. If you are a good person and you want to find peace, you want to find love, and you want to find, you know, some kind of happiness, become a volunteer. Volunteer in your community, whether you're giving back to the homeless, whether you're a sports athlete, if you do soccer, if you're a coach, put children in your life. Put a life of a volunteer as something, as an option for you to try, because there is so much reward, selfish reward, and you deserve selfish reward in doing those kind of things. And if you're not in a position to help other people, you don't have to give any kind of money. But let me tell you, a lot of us are in a position that is rough. We're overworked, we're overstressed, we're underpaid, highly billed, things are expensive. We're all there, man. But the reality is that there is a foundation to this. Surround yourself with people you love. Surround yourself with something that you are interested in. There are people that are much worse off than we are, regardless of your situation. If you are healthy, there are people that are sick. If you live in a home, there's people that are homeless. Like, we don't have to play this game, right? We understand fortune, right? So surround yourself with people that are in less fortunate situations. Become a volunteer, become a coach. These kind of things help a lot. Building a community is something that, as a man, you can take reward in, selfish reward in. And so that'll bring you out of darkness. And give it a shot. Give it a shot, because it worked for me. and I think it's a valid option as a way to bring light to a world of dark. It's funny how kids do that too, you know, and I'm talking to good people here because obviously it's like we're talking to good people here. I don't want to justify this. So it's like, surround yourself with children, man. If you've got nieces and nephews, if you've got sisters and brothers, and if there's children in the community and you're a fucking great basketball player, coach basketball, man. You don't have to have a child in a sport to coach. Get in there, dude. It's amazing watching children smile, what that does to the heart. It's incredible. It's a cool thing. So, was there anybody else, Miss B?
Yes.
Oh, Jeepers Louise.
FAP.
BAP?
FAP.
FAP.
PHAP.
PHAP. Mrs. Piazza, I need a rum.
Another one?
Yeah, it went down so fast.
Okay.
But I'll wait. That's okay.
Well, let me get you situated here.
Yeah, let me do the thing. FAP.
Hey, mate. How are you?
Hey, brother. Good to hear from you. How are you?
Hello. How you doing, bro?
Dude, I'm fantastic, man. FAP, how are you? Welcome in.
Yeah. Oh, thank you very much. How you? Oh.
I guess we could play this game all day.
Yeah, I know. I've been watching you for 6 months, and I'm like, well, I've been wanting to have a chat with you, so fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah, I love
apologies.
that. No, hey, no, fuck, we both swear together, dude. It's all right, man. No, we're good. Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. What did you want to talk about, my guy? Well, first of all, where are you from? Where are you from?
Hi from Australia.
I was gonna say that, dude. I was gonna say that, dude. I was gonna say that.
Aussie. How you
Aussie,
doing,
Aussie,
bro?
Aussie.
Hey, so,
sorry, go ahead.
It's totally illegal here to grow your own, but the government will be your dealer.
Of course they will. They're really good at doing illicit, shady shit.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they've got a medical system over here. But yeah, this is my first tent, first 5 plants, and I'm at like day 74 of flower. And I'm like, when do I pull them? I don't know.
That's fair, dude. That's totally fair. What genetic is it, dude? You might have just said it, but
yeah, no, I haven't. So I've got a Callie's Mystery, a Northern Lights, a Gorilla Glue, another indica that I can't remember, and a Jack Herer as my first grow.
Okay.
And they're looking pretty impressive, and the colas are about the size of probably nearly 2 inches wide, sort of thing, on the top colas.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, and they're all frosting up, and they're the color of the trichomes is nice and milky, but I haven't seen an amber one yet. I'm like, do I pull it? Do I not pull it? You know.
Is this okay? So are you
I'm pulling for flower as well.
Say that again.
I want flower at the end. So
of course.
Obviously.
Of course. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So my first question is, how is this for all the genetics? Are they all growing as one?
Correct. Yeah, they're all growing in the same tent, next to each other, stinking each other up.
Okay. And what are you looking at them with? Or what are you looking at the trichomes with?
I've got the Spider Farmer kit that came with a jeweler's loop, so I think it's times 60. But I'm 50 odd and need glasses to read, need glasses to see distance.
Me too.
Need glasses.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
So getting the focus is really weird as well. So learning how to use it and stuff like that I'm getting there.
Okay.
But yeah, so I'm seeing clear trichomes. Oh, sorry, not clear trichomes. I'm seeing milky trichomes, but no amber. And I've been told by multiple growers online with all their blogs, and thank you very much for being one of those too, please. Because, oh my goodness, that's how I learned how to grow. So you guys are amazing. Thank you.
Our pleasure, brother. And it sounds like you've done a great job with your homework. You've got yourself this far. Hats off. No reason to panic. Day 74. Let me just really quickly do the math. So that's 4, that's 8. So we are at 60, 70. That's a month and a half, if I'm not mistaken. That's 60, 75. You said 75 days. So that's a month and a half. So that's 9, 10 weeks. So you are coming in, if I may, and the genetics that you mentioned, none of those are quick flowering by any stretch of the imagination. And in fact, some of them, like that Northern Haze, might even go just a little bit later. But week 10, this is a real rule of thumb. You're going to be coming into the finish line as it sounds anyway. Now, in regards to not seeing any amber trichomes, I've grown, I don't know, I know I've grown the Northern Lights. I've grown some of these, and I know that they do grow amber trichomes. At least my genetics did that I grew. I can't say that yours will or will not because I'm not growing yours, and I don't know what they'll do. But what you're looking for is a predominant amount of milky trichomes. In my humble opinion, the amount of amber trichomes is almost irrelevant as long as you have an abundance of milky trichomes and not a wide array of clear trichomes. So at week 10, just doing, deduction and everything, and with seeing a bunch of clear milky trichomes, you could be done, partner. You could be done. If you're not getting a great shot with the 60 times loop, I would recommend 100 times loop. But with your smartphone, dude, you should be able to take a picture of the plant itself. I would recommend using a tripod and then zooming in take a picture, then zoom in. You might get a decent shot of it there. I'm sure you've probably tried this, but if the jeweler's loop doesn't work, 60 times should be good, dude. I really like. I'm pretty blind to. You can dang near see amber trichomes and milky trichomes with the naked eye. You're just trying to see it up close with. So long story short, Fap, I think you're probably coming into a finish line. A wise man once told me, when you think it's done, wait a week. So,
yep.
Yeah, you know what?
Yeah, if you think the cake's cooked, well, just leave it in for another 2 minutes and see how it goes, right?
Right. Yeah, that's it. So, you know what? Personally, I've pulled more harvests early than I have pulled them late. So, and every harvest I've pulled late was wonderful compared to the harvest that I pulled early. So, as a home grower, and I want to say this with caution, I'm far more worried about pulling my plants too early than too late.
Yep. Thank you. Righto.
No problem.
You've given me an idea too, because I have a tripod and I've got a like a electronic camera thingy,
DSLR.
Canon DLSR thing.
Yeah. Yep.
So I should get the macro lens out and give it a whirl.
Quite frankly, 100%. That would clear everything up. I run a Canon as well on that one, and it's just a 80D, I believe it is. But whatever you have, a DSLR of really any sorts would give you a pretty good image, I would argue.
100%. Righto. Well, I'll
really
take
the
those
key is the
photos tonight
tripod.
when the lights turn on. Yeah.
Yeah, just
when
stabilize
the lights
it.
turn on again, I'll give it a whirl, and I'll post it up on your Discord because
that would be
I'm
wonderful.
sure everyone's interested as well.
That would be wonderful, dude. I would appreciate that, man. And I'm very excited that you're coming to the tail end of your harvest, and you're coming to the part where you're almost going to reap the rewards of such hard-earned efforts, dude. So good for you, bro. Good for you.
Yeah, absolutely. The only reason I'm like panicking at the moment is because when I cut it and dry it and give it a smoke, my mates are going to turn around and either say, "Hey, dude, you were on point with this," or "What the hell were you thinking when you pulled this?"
Dude, okay, so that's a very legitimate concern. I will be honest with you. That's a very legitimate concern. But hear me out. Anyone I have ever given my weed to, particularly my mates, dude, they are just so thankful to have access to free weed. The trick is to give them a little bit of it first for free. And then you let them try it. Dude, they're going to love it every time. Free weed always tastes great, dude.
Awesome. Righto. And also, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you and your fam. I know Mrs. P's there.
Yes. Merry
I
Christmas
heard
to
a
you
giggle
too.
in the background.
She's here, dude. Yep. 100%. Thank you so much, dude. Happy New Year. Many blessings to you and yours. And I wish you a prosperous 2026, man, because this is a new year of big things for all of us.
Absolutely. And thanks very much for taking the call as well.
My honor, brother. Thank you so much for calling in, man. Best of luck with your harvest, dude. Keep us posted.
I will. And thanks, P.
Cheers,
and
mate.
Mrs. P.
Cheers, dude. Thank you.
Hooroo.
Yeah, that was too cool, dude. That was epic, man.
You got another one.
And we've got another one, ladies and gentlemen. That was epic. That was epic.
Was here earlier, but you were talking.
Oh, I was talking, and
they,
then left?
They came back.
Good. Thank you for coming back.
Ant farms.
Ant farms. That's what you said?
Yes.
All right. Ant farms.
They're muted.
Oh,
There we
ant
go.
farms. Welcome
There
in.
we go.
Come on. Welcome in. How are you? You are unmuted.
Nope, muted again.
You are muted again. Oh, I'm trying to think of the saying that I always want to say. Thanks for calling.
T with P, thanks for calling.
T with P, thanks for calling. You're on the air. That's what I wanted to say.
Oh,
T with
you're on the air.
Yeah. T with P, you're on the air.
There we go.
Oh, hey.
Okay. I have a question about what you guys have said for a while. So I am on the legal side of the industry.
Yeah, legal or
And,
illegal?
I know-
Legal or illegal?
Legal.
Legal. Got it. Yep, legal. Got it. Dude, go ahead, please.
And I know you guys absolutely hate on the first question walking in the shop being sativa or indica.
You've been following for a while. I like this. Yeah, go ahead. Yep.
But I find that to be an extremely hard thing to get away from and run a business, not piss off your customers. How
Yep.
do you think it shifts more into like us leaning more into just like agreeing with the customers, or are we supposed to fight against them and like try to educate them even though the mass majority of them don't care?
Okay, that's a legitimate question, dude. I've actually spoke to other owner operators, and they've asked a very similar question, dude. And the reality is you don't tell your customer they're wrong. That's the reality. You want to educate them with positivity and awareness, right? And depends on the mood you're in too, and who you're dealing with. I mean, do you really want to dive into the sativa indica conversation again for the 200th time today? Yeah, that really comes down to you. The reality is that there's a validity in the argument that they don't care. That the market, the average market, or the average consumer is going to come into the shop and be like, I'm looking for an indica. I'm looking for a sativa, because they've been told that a sativa is a little more uplifting, it's a little more energetic, an indica is a little more couch locked, you're a little more sedative, body high. This is what the common course of education is. This is how we just define weed right now. And in my opinion, the consumer of today is at least 10 years behind the the connoisseur or growers or educated of today, because we understand it. It's really just the way it is. And I feel like trying to educate each customer every single day that comes in and says one thing, when really they just want to get high, and they know that this answer, or the answer to this question, is going to get them the closest to that mission. And my I guess answer to that is we should take the opportunity to educate at any and all opportunity. Because would you agree that the conversation of indica and sativa is kind of dead?
It's as far as like what conversation, as far as does it exist?
Well, I would, okay, so I guess that's fair. I haven't really stated an argument. My opinion is that based on the hybridization of everything, there are very little, if not no, land races that truly give indica and sativa results anymore. You might have a hybrid that may give sativa and or indica qualities, but those qualities are going to be independent on all of the people that try that weed. So you might tell one person it's energetic and it's a sativa, but yet they get an indica sedative yet feel from it just based on their own molecular makeup and their endocannabinoid system. So asking someone, say, hey, indica, sativa really doesn't mean anything anymore. Our hybrids are just a hybrid of everything. You could argue it's a growth characteristic, but I won't even go down that link. I would say that it may or may not have.
Correct me if I'm wrong
Please.
on this one, but didn't it start from even being like indica originally was from Indian regions, like of India, and then that even translated into a morphology thing based off of like a misunderstanding, and now it's more transferred into the feeling of it. Do you not think it's just transferring like definitions socially?
Okay, dude, I'll give you that. Actually, I had no idea that indica comes from the India region, and the only reason I say that is because there's some Afghanis that are very stretchy, some very East Indian. There's even some like South American genetics that are very like that are indicas.
I thought it was Todd McCormick or one of the more OGs that states that indica started as more Indian strains, as that indica Indian is where it came from originally, from what I understand. But
I'll give you
again, there's so much argument in it.
You know what? It could be correct, dude. I'll give you that, and I'll say that it is. We'll say that it is. But my argument is that we've attributed. Nobody's coming into a dispensary and saying, yeah, can I get that indica because it's an Indian native from wherever, right? They're coming into a dispensary looking for it because they've been told that indica is going to put them in the couch, sativa is going to raise up their awareness and their energy level. So
my always common like logic is that I'm like, all right, they say indica, so they want something that's going to go for that effect, instead of me immediately going into an argument of like, well, technically that dude, I just kind of think it's shifting towards like, all right, I've accepted that that's just what people see as the effect now. They want something heavier, they want something more like uplifting for their day.
Yeah. And you know what? That's a good, if someone came in and said, I need something dank, you would probably assume that they want something that's very, very pungent, very stinky, very loud, right? To me, because it's just got a definition where it's like, okay, they want something that's really going to speak to them in this particular fashion. It would be like if I'm just trying to think of an example off the top of my head where if I came into a specialty shop and I just used the wrong word, it was like if I went into a pharmacy and I said I needed Q-tips and they knew that I just needed cotton swabs. But they didn't want to be like, well, did you know a Q-tip is technically a cotton swab and we only use the name Q-tip because it's marketed in mainstream as the brand that specialized in, you know what I mean? So it's like, I don't believe that you having a conversation or an argument is going to help anyone's situation. And I know you mean the word argument in regards to a rebuttal or a conversation and not just someone yelling at somebody else. So it's like,
yeah.
I would take any and all. I'm one of those. I was talking earlier about an insufferable asshole. Weed smokers are insufferable. I'm one of those people, dude. I would take the moment to 9 times out of 10. There's been those times where I just want to get my weed and get out. But it's like I would be like, well, when you mean indica, what do you mean? Are you looking for something that's in a little more body high? I would get a little more into them, and then I'd be like, well, do you usually smoke something that's indica? And then they'd be like, yes, dude, and why are you asking me all these questions? And I'd be like, perfect, good question, let me give you my answer for that. Did you know? But I just think, generally speaking, we're just using terms that have kind of gone to the wayside in regards to their real meaning. And we're just letting the general public just say one thing or the other, when in reality, they don't hold any true weight anymore. That's really my only point.
I agree with you on that one, man. I try to as much as I can to, but I guess it's just gets to the point where it's like, oh man, at the end of the day, it's starting to make me feel like a slut, and I'm just starting to let it allow it, you know?
Yeah,
I'm
dude.
a slut to the indica and sativa, and I'll take it. I'll do what you want.
I'll be honest, dude. I like my rum. I like my spiced rum. But if every time I went and bought spiced rum and they were what, did you know that it's not actually spices they used to make spiced rum? I'd be like, I don't fucking care, dude. For the 14th time this month, I just want the rum. You know what I mean? Like, it would be like, yeah, it's something along those same lines. But I do think, I do think the people will, sorry, by the people, I mean like the average consumer, legal consumer, the mom and pop, the soccer mom, the people that are just trying to do it legal. I do think that the lingo will catch up. I think 2 out of 10 customers you have want to know the difference. I really do think that they would accept that conversation. So it is worth it to have. I really do think it's worth it to have. You're not just blowing smoke. You're not just a slut.
Keep fighting the good fight.
Keep fighting the good fight, dude. Keep fighting the good fight. Where are you from, dude?
Dude. Washington State.
Washington State. Okay, so they've recently moved Washington State. It used to be underneath British Columbia. Is it still underneath British Columbia, or did they put it on the East Coast by Pennsylvania?
We're slowly connecting into like one whole Washington, Oregon, California, just whole thing.
Yeah,
it's very
still
sad,
okay.
but
So
yeah,
it's
we're
still
shifting
under.
down.
Good,
shifting
it's still
away
under
from everybody else. we're still under construction, just moving away slowly.
Getting there. Okay, good. Thanks for clearing that up. I was a little confused. Now I get it. Dude, thank you so much, dude. Do you have a YouTube channel?
I do not. No.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I thought maybe you had. You're very intelligent, brother. And the way you hold a conversation, it sounds like you speak. Do you speak for a living? Do you speak to people? You're like I said, like you see the public often.
I do bud tender. I've waited for
I could have picked that up,
years. Dude. Yeah. Oh yeah. I grow myself too, so I'm not all dead. Just
I could tell,
things
dude.
out of jars, man.
No, I could tell. I could tell you have some intelligence about it. I could tell you have some passion about it. And I knew you. I knew you were working at the dispensary, but I can tell that you got a fire in that heart.
Instagram that I'm slowly trying to keep track of. Honestly, mainly for myself, but
good for you. Oh, good for you. What's your Instagram, dude? If you don't mind sharing. That was my intent of asking.
I think it's. But bam, Ant Farms.
Ant Farms.
Yes, sir.
Just like that?
An underscore at the end of that, but it should pop up. But who knows? They channel ban, so.
Yeah. Get used to that.
If you'll notice, if you do look it up, one of the first pictures on there is some nice stash blend on there for the next grow coming up, my friend.
Oh boy. Well, shit. I appreciate the support, brother.
The base and the bloom.
Oh, you got them both too already? You got them before me, dude. I don't have the official packages or nothing.
I did also, I think, win some again within the last Seeds for Charity thing that if I plan on gifting to my other friend that grows here. So
good for you, dude.
Be a cool surprise.
Yeah, it will be. Good for you. Getting your friends growing is so rewarding, bro. Because then finally you have somebody 100%. To talk to about weed.
Try and build it up here, man. But so many people just take the easy way of the dispensary.
Yeah.
Hey, keep me in business. I need.
Yeah, I suppose you're not wrong, dude. You are not wrong. Ant Farms, thank you so much for calling in, bro. I appreciate your insight and I appreciate your questions, man.
Of course, man. God bless. Take care.
Do be well. Thank you. Peace, homie. Dude, that was pretty cool. Shout out to him. Great question, man.
As someone who also worked in the customer service industry for way too long, when you have to have the same conversation 200 times a day, it's exhausting. So I'm on his side.
Yeah. No, I get
yours. Mention it a couple of times a day. Pick your person.
Pick your battles.
Right?
Pick your battles.
But the whole, like, how's the weather outside? Like, that's exhausting.
Yep. Same conversations
right.
over and over and over again.
So.
Yeah.
Pick a couple.
Pick a couple. That was a great question. Good questions, dude. Is there anyone else?
Not at the
Perfect.
moment.
No, that was good. Good timing. Thank you guys for the epic questions. That was fucking awesome. Thank you guys for calling in. I wasn't sure we were going to have anybody at all. So thank you guys. I was going to just highlight one little quick thing. I don't even really want to talk about it. I just wanted to highlight canopy growth, BioSteel. We actually covered the story about the lawsuit that was pending about the with the shareholders of Canopy Growth and their actions with BioSteel and misrepresenting revenue. So, according to this law firm, hold on, I want to read that title real quick. Canopy Growth Corporation's alleged misrepresentation of BioSteel revenue. Yep, that's it. BioSteel's revenue. So on July 6, 2023, this law firm filed a proposed securities misrepresentations class action in the Ontario Superior Court of Justice against Canopy Growth Corporations, its directors and senior officers, Canopy's auditor, KPMG LLP, and two of BioSteel Sports Nutrition Inc.'s senior officers and directors on behalf of investors who acquired Canopy shares from May 31, 2022 to June 22, 2023. Here we go. I'm not going to get into this deep. I just want to say, essentially, Canopy Growth misrepresented their revenues between the dates of May 31st, 22 to June 22 of 23. And this had a massive impact when they decided to come public about this in May 10th. Don't go away. I'm reading it.
Okay.
In May 10th of 2023. They came public, and then all of a sudden, the shares dropped significantly based on actions they had done a year prior. But had they represented those revenues accurately, those revenue statements accurately, those investors probably wouldn't have invested. Well, that action claim has gone through and will be seen by a judge. Just be careful with the explosion or the proliferation of stocks and companies due to rescheduling in America. You're going to see more and more companies coming afloat. And I just want you to be wary of the investments that you're taking on, just because you just never really know. Sorry, that article was Canopy Growth BioSteel shareholders allege 50% revenue revisions misled investors. Crazy. That's all I wanted. Ow! Tried to stop it with my ankle.
What'd you drop?
My cell phone.
Oh, Jesus.
On my ankle. I'm fine though. Don't be worried. All donations can be made to Pigeons 420 through the tip system. I'm fine though, with just a small tip. Just kidding. Yeah. So just wanted to bring that up because I meant to mention that last week and I totally forgot, but I wanted to mention this week because it's important because we got people in the space that are trying to invest. Quinny, goop. And I want to make sure that you've at least got a little bit of information when it comes to where you're putting your funds. All right. That's all my stories. That's the nudes.
Yeah.
All the nudes going on in the space. Nudes, culture, science, health, you name it. Nothing is off the table here. Did you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns? Because if you did, I want to hear from you. Let me know. Because like now you've got my full and undivided attention. That's really what I'm looking at. It's not boobs.
At the beginning of the stream, you had at least 4 people that are in favor of you being the next leader of the free world. / Prime
I can't
Minister,
lead nobody.
/ President.
I'm not that competent, guys. Stop. I can read articles, okay? I can talk shit, but I can't lead anything, okay? I can barely get my socks on and my shoes on the right feet in the morning when I get out of bed. Okay? Mrs. P dresses me.
That's a bit much. Sometimes your underwear's inside out. It's not the end of the world. Other than that, you're okay.
Fucking underwear's inside out. Okay? How on earth would I lead anyone?
But like, men's underwear is different than women's.
It's interchangeable for the record.
Super easy to get confused. Women's is pretty hard.
Yo, yeah, it's interchangeable, dude. Pull it in. Miss P, pull it in.
Pull it in.
Look, it's Manscaped on one side. Where am I? But then flip it over, what do you get? Manscaped on the other, dude. Come on, bro. I couldn't lead the free world. I couldn't lead the free world. You guys are in. It sounds like the leader we need. All right. Yeah, you may be right. All right. I'd do it, though. No, I wouldn't, actually.
I feel like the current leaders can't put their underwear on right either.
No, but they've got people that do it for them. They're secretaries of state. Underwear go inside the pants. Oh, I love how we put all the underwear comments get held for review. Yeah, you guys are animals. Remember? Okay, so you guys remember last epi when I was like, this comment right here is gonna get me age restricted. Guess what?
It got age restricted.
I got age restricted. This one will not get age restricted because I very confidently did all the right things. I did all the right things. No, it won't. I guarantee it. We did not glamorize anything. We did not glamorize. We didn't insinuate that this is something that everyone should do.
I feel like the we turning everyone gay conversation might get us.
No. Nope.
Or the 11-ton bust.
Dear me. Sound like Trump. Who sounds like Trump? Still waiting for my half of the lighters pee. Old man grows. Dude, check out this. Here, check it out. Oh, this is a great shot. Check out that new bag right there, ladies and gentlemen. Check out that Stash Bloom. You can get these at stashnutrients.com. Hopefully, when you use the code THESTASH, you may save 10%. Talk to the team today to make sure that happens. Shout out to Chris for bringing it up. Stash, we got Stash Grow. Nope, we got Stash Base and Stash Bloom. Okay? You're going to love them. Okay? This thing is amazing.
This
is 85 lighters, though. There's 85 lighters in here. Got my stash kit. Let's go, double A. This is a 15-pound bag. That's a 15-pound bag. You can get a big bag of it. You can get a big bag of it.
I think there's an even bigger one, if I'm not mistaken, from when I looked.
I think 15 is the biggest.
Was it?
Yep.
I thought there was one bigger.
I
will see.
But you're absolutely going to love this stuff. Absolutely going to love this stuff. Great amendments, made easy.
42.
Oh, 42 is the biggest?
You can get a 42-pound bag.
Boom, baby. The somebody's asking the MPK. It's a 286 for the Bloom.
And only 42-pound bags of the Bloom and Base. The Stash Blend.
Chef asked that. Sorry.
Stash Blend only goes up to 20 pounds. But.
Mods, please feel free to allow all those comments to come through.
We want to see the underpant comments.
Yeah, not those ones. Isn't that where your lighters are at? Green World, don't tell everyone. Don't tell everyone. $42.0 exactly.
42.0.
Still got the nudes on the screen.
You do.
Dink.
You do.
There we go.
I wasn't going to stay out there anyway.
Oh.
You wanted to talk about traveling this
Sex, baby.
No.
Yeah.
Get us
I just
banned.
wanted possible events this year. That was all.
We were going to go over those.
So what's the first one?
The first one is in April, and it's Cannabis.
Cannabis. Want to say, first of all, before we get into this, I have no affiliation. I have no affiliation to any of these events. Okay? So no one's asking me to sponsor nothing, nobody. Nope. Right? Let me think. No. DGC was like, they're just like, yo, you guys want to come? I was like, fucking hey, do I ever? They said that last year. I was like, I'm coming every year. But anyways, other than that, no affiliation with anybody here. So some of the possible events we're going to this year, some possible events of the year, Cannabis. This is April 17, 18, 19. If I can see the dates correct there. Yep.
Yeah. 91 days.
91 days. It's in April. Thinking about it. To get my family to this one, I want to travel with my family if I go anywhere overseas, and it's $6,200 for this trip. Just to fly.
Selfishly, this is the one I'm hoping for because it falls on Lil P's birthday and my birthday, And what better way to spend your birthdays than in Spain?
In fairness, on 420 we would be traveling.
No, I was going to book it to stay.
Mrs. P's birthday is 420.
I was going to leave on the 21st.
Yeah. So this is something I'm possibly considering. I think someone might be there, but yeah, something to consider. Next one on the plate is which?
The DGC.
The DGC, baby. DGC 2026. If you haven't already, no affiliation, but I want to be fully upfront. I got nothing but love for the boys of the DGC, the whole crew.
And you guys had a blast.
Slightly homo, but it's no big deal. Weed made me gay. Shut up.
You guys had fun.
You
did.
So much fun, and getting down there was a hassle, but it doesn't matter. The event itself is, if any, one of the very few, if anything, by the community for the community. It's really truly that, and yeah, I hope it stays that way, and I think it will. So that's coming. That's June 5, 6, 7, or 6, 7.
5, 6, 7.
June 5, 6, and 7.
No, 6, 7.
So mark 6, 7. So mark your calendars, ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to that. Now, here's what puts a little bit of a pickle in our plans. Little pickle plans here, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to hear about this first here. Germany happens in less than a week after the DGC. When's this happening, Mrs. P?
It doesn't say on this page, but I believe it starts on the 11th of June. Actually.
And the DGC ended on the 6th, 7, right?
Yes, it ends on the 7th. By the time you guys drove home or flew home or whatever the selection may be, you would literally have like a day to unpack, repack, and leave. And I know that puts the families in a sticky situation.
So I'll be honest. This one's going to be a tough one to swing because, it's just, this one for us is tough one to swing. Only because we're like, I could, first of all, my homie, Mr. Christopher, Mr. Growit, Mr. VPD, isn't traveling in 2026, or at least for the majority of it, because of his beautiful baby that's on the way. Mr. ROB going to Germany just a couple days later, having the DGC just that close together, not being away from we're fucking real dads, okay? We're real dads. We actually love our families. We love our kids, okay? And to be that long away without him is just simply it's a lot, man. It's a lot. I don't want to get into it, dude. We love our families. Just full stop, period. And to be away for the DGC, which is 5, 6, 7, and then have to come home, road trip. That was the problem. We were gonna road trip to the DGC and then drive home.
I think even if you fly, it's really tight though.
So we're in a bit of a pickle, ladies and gentlemen. We're in a bit of a pickle. I said that I wanted to come to the DGC fucking every year, wholesome, hard up every time. But with it being so damn close to the Berlin trip, that like, damn, I personally, Chris isn't going. I don't think he's going. I personally would still like to make it happen. Rob has kind of said that this is something that might be tough. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. Okay, I'm putting it on the table. It's gonna be tough because Germany is the very next week. So 6, 7, and then fucking Germany is on the 11, right?
Yeah.
8, 9, 10. That's 3 days to get home. But it's on the 11. We would have to leave. So the road trip's off, guys. The road trip's off. Because we simply can't get home fast enough. Mr. CLTV is coming into the headset telling me he simply just can't leave his kids that long. That's good dad shit. That's gay dad shit. Okay? Organics. Yep. So it is what it is. And like, I would love to be in a position where I was making millions of dollars and I could just bring my family everywhere. But the reality is that's just not the case. $6,200 if I wanted to bring my family to Spain. How much for Germany, Mrs. P? $8,400. We're just talking about flights.
Yeah, it's gross.
$8,400.
The kid's not small enough to shove in the suitcase anymore.
And the only reason that I want my family to go is because it's like I want to take in this experience with them. It's like I just simply don't want to travel without them, dude. And it's like it fucking sucks. So the reality is that we can't do Cannabis and Germany. $10,000 in flights is just something that I didn't think existed for 2 trips, but it's a real thing.
Yeah, and they're like,
I was thinking about buying a jet. Fuck.
they're close together. They're not like weekend to weekend, but like April and June, like there's not a lot of time in between there to like, okay, now let's start socking away money for the next one. Like they're pretty boom boom.
So yeah, we're in a bit of a pickle, but not a. That's not even a pickle. These are great problems to have.
It's divided in the house too, because like I want to do Spain, you want to do Berlin. Lil P wants to do both. He can't really pick a side.
That's the cost of shipping an entire family. That's the reality. That's crazy. When you break that down, that's $2,000 for me. That's crazy.
And I've looked for like cheaper flights, but then the reality too is like, how cheap do you want to go when you're flying over the ocean for 12 hours?
I'll take a prop plane.
Right? Like, I don't know. We shit on WestJet a lot, mostly because it's the only airline that we can fly on from here. But I think I trust them. Like to get us to our destination safely. And while they're not the flight across the ocean, but there's different, I can't remember what they are, but none of them are cheap. It's not like going to Mexico for the weekend. You can't get $30 flights out of, Sunwing or whatever it's called.
I don't even know. But it is what it is. That's the reality of shipping the family, man. That's the reality of shipping the family. And so it's like either you do it or you don't go. And it's got tough decisions to make. But what I'm hoping is that nonetheless, the events that are going to happen this year are going to be friggin' bangers, dude. I can't wait. Then what is happening? Dun, 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 we got a little Miami. We're not going to do the other thing, MJ BuzzCon. We're not doing it. No, we're doing this instead. Look at this. We're doing the last year's. Hopefully,
they haven't updated it yet.
Nothing's in stone because I'll be honest with you, I haven't paid for anything yet. And yeah, so nothing's in stone. But the reality is, this is what I would like to see happen. Yeah, Terp Basel right here. This is where it's at. This is a pretty sweet event. Happens in Miami. Welcome to Miami. It's a pretty community-based, consumption-based community or event. Sorry. Obviously, there's a lot of brands involved. There has to be. Someone's gonna pay for this shit. And it seems like it's been the place to be over the course of like the last few years. And the boys and I we just had so much fun over at that other place. Again, I keep forgetting BuzzCon. And that, that's where Chris lives. That's where it's like a hub of like, that's where, it just seems that's where everybody goes at that time. And so it made sense. But now, especially this year where it was just an absolute bummer, dude, we're definitely going to do something different. And Terp Basel is like the next day after MJ BizCon. So
is it
something like that? It's like the weekend of. It's like
they're close.
MJ BizCon does like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then
yeah,
Terp Basel is Saturday, Sunday, or something.
It's this year MJ BizCon is the December 1st to 4th, and then Miami is. Me saying Miami, December 5th to 7th. So it's literally
the next day.
Yeah.
So yeah, so those are that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. Trying to figure it all out. I would love to see it all happen, but dude, literally between 2 trips, shipping the family. If I was to ship the family to both trips, which I'm not doing, that's $10,000 in travel. Traveling is not cheap. So we got some decisions to make, and we got to see. The reality is it's got to be a good ROI. return on investment. I can justify a family trip for a certain price and you know, make the best of it. But at the same time, it's like you got to make sure that when you're going to these trips, you're doing these events. I would love to say that I'm just doing this to go meet the people, but like I'm not getting. This is money out of my pocket. You know, yes, at times sponsors have stepped up and covered some, if not all, of the costs. If in some things, in you know, in the last one actually, I think we made even a couple $100 after the flights and everything. So the reality is like, that makes it a lot easier, but to expect a sponsor to spend this kind of money is just absurd. So, you know, I don't make nearly as much money as people think I do. So we got some hustling to do, ladies and gentlemen. We got some hustling to do. Okay, we got some hustling to do. All right.
And we might be spending a lot of that tomorrow.
OnlyFans. Oh yeah, fucking our car, right? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Our day that sucked. Ugh.
Woke up this morning to take my kid to school, and the back passenger tire of my car locked up, wouldn't turn. It's like, what the fuck? So now there's like a 9-foot skid mark down the driveway because, of course, you know me, man. I was like, I'm like pushing the gas, and it's like locking up.
There goes your table.
My table went down. It's locking up. And I was like, what the heck? But I could tell that, like, it was only locking up in, like, the one side. So I was like, my kid gets out. I was like, are we running over a small child? He's like, no, the tire's not turning. I was like, do it a couple more feet. Okay. I didn't like where it was in the driveway. So I went back. I drove it and put it in drive and went forward because we weren't fully charged, and then I had to get it flat decked out of my driveway to another town freaking hundreds plus kilometers away. It's the downside of living in the middle of bloody nowhere, is that if your car's broken, you got to get it flat decked, or you got to hundreds of dollars for a tow truck.
There's a closer service center.
I would have done it myself.
Refused to take it there, so.
Oh, there was a closer center, but these guys are crooks.
Yeah.
And I've told you guys about these, so I'll spare you the story again, but I managed to find a trailer to do it myself. I got a truck. I was going to haul the trailer myself, but I got talked out of it.
I agreed. I think if something had gone wrong, it's better to have somebody.
But it would have made a great fucking story.
It would have. Like if it fell off the trailer.
Yeah, would that not be awesome to be like, you guys would not believe what I did today with my fucking electric Mustang.
Totaled the car.
I tried to pull it on the car. I rolled it off the trailer. Wouldn't that be an amazing story? And you guys would be like, what? Is there footage? I'd be like, yeah, I've got a Ring camera. I would have showed you.
It'll be a better story than what we find out tomorrow, I'm sure.
But instead, I paid $300 for a towing. $300. Maybe my father-in-law paid $300 for towing. Can you believe that? Anyways. Yeah. Anyways, I was talked out of doing it myself. It's okay. By a smarter man. It's fair.
He's been around the block a couple times.
I love him dearly. But I would have hauled it myself. And I wouldn't have known a single thing what to do. How to strap it down to the car. I would have been like, how to strap a car to a trailer. All right. So he says through the tire. Okay.
But not just a car, an electric car. Because they don't have the same things to hook onto underneath, and they don't.
No, you strap it to the tires. It still has tires.
Oh, is that what he did?
How to lock my wife into an electric car while hauling it to the dealership. Yeah.
No, my favorite part was that the car thought it was being stolen, so the alarm went off.
Yeah, it was like because it was on an incline.
They're like, your car is being stolen.
Anyways.
Yeah, that's not going to be a fun call tomorrow.
It's not going to be fun.
But
anyways, it doesn't matter. That's not your problem.
That's okay.
It is okay. It is okay. We all have problems, ladies and gentlemen. I don't always like sharing my problems because we all have problems. But every now and again, I like a good conversation. But we all have trials and tribulations that we deal with every single day. And it's a mental game. And it's important to remind yourself that no matter what the problem is that you're in, it's temporary. You will get out of it. The light is shining at the end of the tunnel, and you will find it. Why? Because you're full of perseverance. You are determined, and That's the reality of it. That's how we made it this far. All of us. If you're here, there's a common connection between us all. And I feel like we have all suffered enough adversity that we understand that, you know, it takes a little bit of triumph and a little bit of just push to find that light. And that's what we're going to keep doing. That's what we're going to keep doing. We're going to do it together. We're going to just do that next week, Thursday, Tea with P, 9 p.m. Central. But if you want to tune in earlier than that, you can find me live, twitch.tv/pigeons420. You got AAA in Canada? CAA. Yep.
And
yep.
we had coverage until our warranty ran out, which was 3,000 kilometers ago.
3,000 kilometers I ran out of warranty.
So, and I didn't realize that our roadside assistance ended at the same time, and so I didn't think to repurchase it or buy it again or whatever, and yeah, so. No.
Oh, you know, Peppa Old School, Peppa Old School, Peppa Old School, Cup in Florida? Where? Dude, it's going to be in Florida. I didn't say that out loud, but Boston's taking it. Okay? Boston's taking it.
My game. No! Oh, yes! Vegas won.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
There's a lot of emotion there.
Because they were, I literally checked it. There was 20 seconds left in the third period, and Toronto was up by 1. And then when I looked at it, I just looked at the numbers backwards, but it went into overtime, and they pulled it out.
Nice.
Bruins won 2.
Oh, let's go.
4-2.
Yeah, we're on a streak. Morgan Geeky welcomes his baby daughter to the world a couple days ago. Many blessings. We talk too much hockey in this show.
We do.
Peppa Pig. Sorry to hear that. S7, our guitar, AR guitar. Appreciate the love, man. S7.
Thankfully, we have a second vehicle still.
We've got a truck
so,
and stuff. We're fine. We're fine.
And my dad very, very quickly offered to let us use his vehicle. So it is what it is.
Yeah, we got good people here.
Yep.
But I appreciate all the love and stuff from the chat. You guys are awesome. Shout out to the flock for being so real. I appreciate you guys so much. Need to buy your own tow bed. Save money long term. Drew, you're not wrong.
We've only had to tow it twice, guys.
And rent it out.
Oh, yeah. That'd be smart.
Shout out to Mrs. P for handling the show, and Mr. P, appreciate you. Thank you, Tricombe. Mr. Tricombe. Thank you. It's crazy that the flat places don't have free gondola transportation services. Yeah, I would take a gondola. A gondola. Is that what I said? A gondola?
You said a gondola.
I'm English. Leave me alone. I'm ignorant. Leave me alone. Guys, can we do some raids on Twitch after the show? Don't even. Stop that. No, it's 1:45. Mrs. P and I have to go unwind. We debrief after the show. Takes a minute.
We do.
And I'm not talking sex. Get your mind out of the gutter. Not you. No, yeah, we're gonna chill. We're gonna see what worked, what didn't. It was great. And no Twitch tonight. But what day is it tomorrow? Friday. I got way too much shit going on tomorrow. What happened if I told you we got Mr. Spliff on the show for Monday's conversation? Yeah. Patreon/members. Members of the other channel. Patrons here, you have access to clips. You have access to the episodes before they go live. And so, Chapo, good to see you, homie. And so it'll be live on Patreon tomorrow and then live on Monday for everybody else. Thank you to everybody that tuned in to my Northern Scrogger episode over on Tea Time with P. You guys are absolute animals. I appreciate all the love, all the support on that channel. I can't wait for that one to surpass this one, and all the love and all the support to take off. So I appreciate you so much. So Mr. Spliff, for a lot of that'll probably resonate with a lot of the old school growers. However, until tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Central. Nope. 10 p.m. Central. I'm live on Twitch. Okay? Live on Twitch. Twitch.tv/pigeons420. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. Don't forget to follow me on X, Twitter, whatever you fancy. I can't wait to carry the conversation on. And if there's other things you wanted to comment and I missed it, you can send those comments there. Or reach out to me when I'm live. I'll talk. I talk a lot, if you can't tell. Almost spoke for 3 hours tonight. Straight. Non-stop. Mrs. P talked for a little bit, I'll admit.
I did. And so did the callers.
Oh, the callers. Oh, yeah. Shout out to our callers, man. Thank you, Mrs. B. Shout out to our callers. Because it takes a lot of courage to... yeah, you're right. You're right, Terps. Agabla, yep. It takes a lot of courage to come on to the show and to speak in front of an audience, a live audience in particular. So that's part of the reason we don't even do the interviews live anymore. So he's a talker. Yeah, idiot, you know. Yeah, he's a talker. So I encourage you to check in to the conversation on Monday on the Tea Time with P channel. You're going to love it. I know you will. Thank you so much for all the love and support in tonight's chat. Thank you for the donations. Thank you for the gifted subs. I appreciate you. You guys are animals. The love and support is just, it's not forgotten. Appreciate you guys so much. On a roll. You're an animal. East Coast, you too. You know it. Idiom, thank you so much. Appreciate you, boy. 702, thanks for coming on, dude. I appreciate the conversation, man. Ed, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate seeing you on Twitch too lately, dude. Solar Island, thank you. Some brave Puffco. Wow, Jones, dude, you didn't have to do that. 5 memberships gifted by LJ Jones, dude. LJ Jones, longtime viewer. Jones, thank you so much, dude. I recognize you, of course. Thank you. Appreciate you, man. That's really big, dude. Thank you. Shout out to LJ Jones, man. John Lindsay, appreciate you too, dude. Thank you, man, for always being in the comments, dude. The Dapper Dabber 420, we appreciate you both. I appreciate you, man. Thank you, dude. Thank you. AR Guitar, thank you, man. 702 with the gifted membership. Let's go, dude. Double A. Appreciate you, Dub. El Chapo, appreciate you, brother. Thank you, man. The journey's been wild, brother. Thank you, Tasty Genetics. Let's go. Big Green, appreciate you. Cannabis, thanks for coming on tonight, dude. Mini Cannabis, appreciate you. Thanks for the love, man. Rob Shot, thank you. Shout out to Shot. This is his work right here. You want to pull out, Mrs. P?
What? Oh,
Yeah, this is Rob Shot's. This is Rob Shot's.
Yeah.
Fine work right here.
It's beautiful.
And it sits in all the episodes because I'm very proud of it, and I'm very much appreciative of his work. And he's been in the Twitch chat quite a bit too, so thank you very much. Appreciate that, Rob. Tony Earwolf, rawr, you animal, you. Thank you everybody so much. Hendrix, appreciate you, man. Thank you to everybody in green. Thanks for the memberships. Thanks for the support. Thank you guys for being a part of the audience. Thank you for making this live show worth it. I appreciate you guys so much for tuning in every week. You guys are absolute animals. I will see you, Organics. I will see you soon. Breen, appreciate you, girl. Thank you, Rick. Thank you, Johns, appreciate you, man. John Snugs. I see you, dude. Thank you, man. Thank you. Shout out Mrs. P. You're an animal.
Thanks, guys.
NE20, thank you, man. Reaper, take it easy, homie. Until next time, we will see you. Miss Sipping Tea. Oh, I like your name. Miss Sipping Tea. This is great. You're consuming it right now. Average Richard, take it easy, friend. See ya, Fat. Appreciate the conversation earlier, dude. Until next time, my friends, we will see you right here in this seat in 1 week. But we'll see you on Twitch tomorrow. Peace.
Diamonds so pearls, and I will take you traveling.